Yo, oh man, where's the rolling truck? Oh, mess that up. Try again. No, I'm just kidding. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Yes, I'm back after my weekend, which is Monday and Tuesdays. Much love, everybody. Hopefully, you guys had a good last couple days. Monday, Tuesday, getting back to work, getting the kids back to school for the week. Oh, dudes, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy one. Crazy. I was highly distracted, so I do apologize for not putting out any members content this weekend. Monday and Tuesday, as well as, well, I didn't get the decoration done as well either. So, but I think a lot of you guys know why. No reason to really go over it. So it's a new week. It's a new day, and keep moving forward and not worry about the little things, right? We're here to play video games and have some fun, progress the saves and things like that. We're getting the guys on in. Make sure you guys join the Discord, stuff like that. If you guys would like to play with us and everything like that, you guys know what's up. But don't worry. This week at some point, I will be doing all the little screen animations and things like that, so you won't have to hear me repeat these things 10,000 times. So that was what this weekend was supposed to be for, but I got tied up doing a whole bunch of stuff. I really didn't matter. So, you know, you guys know what's up. You guys know how it is. Who do we got in chat? We got Lighter, we got Grumpy, we got Chris, we got Ryu, we got Skyward Dragon. What's up going on, dudes? All right. How about 1 second, check something here real quick. Give a little bit of a look and see what's going on. Good, we're up and running. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what we're doing here. So this is the Mayhem cut, so we can keep track of which cut is which. The cut that we took out last, which was above us, was called the Peanut cut, and the one above that was Redemption, and then above that it was just surveying and things like that, right? So you can find the playlist for Mine Rescue that's on there, and it shows all of the, well, things that we've been doing here. What's up, Dark? What's up, Spence? And Spence is in the chat as well too. What's up, guys? So we're on the Mayhem cut. So as you can see, we've already benched down again. We put our little ramp in here to the new layer. And, oh, wait, well, what is this? We have a new little friend on the claim. We decided that we need a little bit more oomph in our front-end loader department. So we ended up moving up to the big boy. I know we said we weren't going to do it, but if it fits what we need, it's needed. We need some severe loader power. So we ended up ordering a brand new big giant loader. It was delivered to the claim today. So we're going to use this thing to dominate these rock trucks, as well as our little boy here. We were going to replace this one as well too. But Grumpy was saying it'd probably be good to keep it for cleaning up the walls. So yeah, we're going to use the big boy as much as we can today. And our goal for the day is to define the wall edge here where the wash pad plant, there we go, if I could speak today, and define that so that way I can deco that this week and transform the mine site and kind of like make progress. So a little delayed this week, but I think we got that all under control and out of the way now, so we won't be, hopefully not interrupted with stupidity, and move forward. So the goal is we're going to try to strip that area out where the little round part is and off over this way until, well, we hit the flat part, I guess, but it's going to be kind of crazy because this is all going to morph into that, or we'll have to make that decision because I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of work, and it's up to the guys. That this pit was supposed to be small. This was supposed to be a small little pit, and now it's a gigantic pit. So now we can dig. Wow! Be cool if they use the SnowRunner engine. I don't know. I think the SnowRunner engine's a little bit too limiting for a game like this in the scope of it, how big it is, right? So SnowRunner's pretty limited on deformation ground wise to do something like this. This is insane. I mean, if you mean Chad, more along the lines of like the ground deformation and stuff like that, that can all be added to this later on down the road once they get it polished up and things like that, right? But the full-on digging and stuff like that is not sure that that engine can really even handle it. So anyways, that's what's going on. That's the recap. That's what we're gonna be doing here. We're gonna be playing for about 3.5 hours. As you guys see, I have a farm sim stream after this. I'm running what I'm calling a dig timber, so I'll be playing a lot of mining games throughout December. I'll be going in and talking to people, that are playing the GMS leaderboards and things like that. Just kind of trying to support channels and stuff like that. Like cool people like Hybrid Steel and like FS Club, and those guys are going to be playing a little bit here and there. We're mainly going to be covering the casual guys that are playing the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, it does look killer. I agree. Yeah, so we're mainly going to be supporting like the casual guys that are just playing for fun, and you know, they're not trying to go like crazy hardcore meta. They just want to have fun with their communities and things like that. So we're just going to be kind of covering those guys, this leaderboard. So that's why I'm calling it Dig Timber. So we're just going to be, you know, supporting and playing a little bit. I think I'm going to have to start a new series over again because, well, my save might be torched beyond belief because that save was mainly, all that stuff was installed and all those things were, you know, it was mainly for advertising purposes. So I think I might start from scratch and work my way up and get myself to Waterfall Valley and things like that. It'd be a little bit better of a series. We'll have more fun with it and things like that. So, but other than that, let's jump into Discord with these other guys and get talking about the mine plan today and get moving along. What's up, dudes? The crew is thin today, boys. The crew is thin. Who do we got here? Who's we got? We got me Ginger Giant. We got Spence. We got Grumpy and myself. And I think you're coming in, Dopey, for trucking.
As soon as I get my stuff to you.
Yeah, get that coffee and take your time. Okay. So we're very, 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 very limited today. So we might have to run trucks ourselves today, which is no big deal. The big boy is going to help us and hurt us today with the big loader. So, I mean, trucking is pretty much what we're going to be needing to do here. We're going to be filling these trucks at a ridiculous rate. So we're going to focus on the, from this ledge right here, this part of the cut over on this side. We're going to try to push ourselves back into, come on, jump, buddy. Let's go. We're going to try to push ourselves this way. I try to bring up some blocks so that way we can kind of, when I'm talking about it in game and they can see it, and we're going to try to push this way today, right here. So we need to hit this mountain around, we need to shape the mountain around and then push all the way over here. I jump in a little bit later in the background. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? What's up, TJ? Chad, what's up, guys? But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to push out here. And I think once we get done with the Mayhem cut, we're going to have to make a decision. Are we going to keep going into the valley as we go down? Because that's going to keep adding exponential amount of material that we're going to have to keep removing. So at some point, we got to focus on just keep going down instead of going down and out. So I don't know. How do you feel about that, Grumpy? About looking that over here?
Maybe we should see what the drill results say.
Maybe we need a survey to see an extension.
See if we want to keep going down. Is there pay dirt underneath this dirt over here, or is there just more dirt?
Yeah, that is true. Like, is it like we're gonna have to push out here eventually? I think with this cut, we should then decide after the Mayhem cut when we push all the way out here. You know, because we'd be able to push forever, right? There's no end to it. So we got to determine, like, we have to push this all out anyways because we'd have to put the road in down there, right, in the bottom of the pit. So, I mean, to a certain point, we do want to eventually stop pushing outward and just keep focusing on going down. So, yeah, I guess it
come down a hill here, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why I was saying we need to take this out today. It needs to be gone because the excavator operators are having a harder time because the bench on the 4,000 on the arm is reaching down too low, right? Yeah. So it's reaching down too low and it's going to mess it up, and then we're gonna have the same thing happen again. So I think we should just try to flatten this out today with the loaders and get that whole section removed. That way the excavators can really just haul booty on these cut lines, right? Like, because all up here is relatively flat, right? So
yeah.
What's up, Thomas? Kadoki. Let's get some. I'm gonna jump in this loader. You can jump in the other loader, Grumpy, and I guess we'll have these other guys in the rock truck for the time being, and the roller. So fuel, rollers, and rock trucks are priority for the other guys right now coming on in. And we're gonna try our best to keep this clean.
Going
This,
uphill a little bit actually at the moment.
yeah, we are a little bit uphill at the moment, actually. Going pretty good. Do you want me up against the wall and you can, and because you're smaller than I am, I need a bigger turn radius. You want to be closer to these trucks and me farther away?
That probably makes sense.
Yeah, let me move on the outside here and then you can take the inside. You have a tighter turn radius than I do, so. Up, Damien?
Camera set up.
I know, me too. The camera feels a little weird today, right? I guess that's what happens when you play a bunch of other games.
Yeah.
This thing, it even is too big for in here, dude. This pit. This thing is insane. I mean, if you guys are just waiting and we have all the haul trucks down here, we could dedicate one haul truck to the excavator if somebody wants to dig, if there's nothing else to do. Especially if some more people come in and play.
Yeah. Let's see how fast we start getting these things filled up and let these guys cycle it out first.
Yeah. Because once the trucks get in motion, it's going to be a little bit different of a story. Then we'll get that rhythm and we'll rock it out. Yeah, if you, like I said, like Dopey's saying in the chat, guys, if you guys want to play with us, follow some very simple instructions. Dopey will help you guys out, and we'll get you guys in here to play and help out. So just hit us up. Oh, this thing just takes a ridiculous amount of dirt, Grumpy. You can only go back so far.
Yeah, I feel a little impotent.
The turning radius of this thing is horrible, though. So it's not like it's not like
comfortable to use, is it?
No, it's not in this small of a pit. It's not. This thing is like, I mean, it's gonna chew the dirt though. That's for sure. It's gonna make quick work of it. I'm just bucket slamming and then tilting from like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to find a lower spot and start from there.
We have the trucks over here because it's a little easier to for us both to maneuver. So I know normally if you're just running one loader, it's a little easier to yeah, we are on an up here, but that's all right though. That's not too crazy. Be a little bit mindful of it and the old loader ballet. Not too nuke, but busy installing at the moment, getting nuked. Yeah. Yeah, man. I could probably put one more in there, Dopey.
Well,
I
as far as all I know.
could take some more up here. Yeah, there we go. Full send. It's an absolute beast of a loader. It is. And see, this is what I've been trying to tell people. Like, sometimes it's not good to have the best pieces of equipment, the biggest. Sometimes you need a smaller piece of equipment, right? Like, I'm like, it's having a hard time maneuvering around through here. So, but we'll get it done. It'll move the yardage like we need it to do. But we're not going to go with the bigger excavators because we like our cut sizes to be the way that they are like this. So the 4000s are perfect for us right now in the pit. I fell asleep. I bought this and I missed the sale price. Oh, the sale price wasn't is not still active? I thought it was on sale for like a week or something like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I'm kind of shocked it was only on sale for like a couple days.
But the developers are working hard on it, so can't
That
blame them
pri-
for wanting to get it out of it if they can.
No, back up to full price. I mean, it was like what, a week actually? I mean, I guess that's I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, I mean, this week went by quick, right? With like GMS putting out their update. I mean, their DLC, right? So and like the week just kind of flew by, right? It was a lot of games that came out. That's like the cat, yeah, 9, yeah. Yeah, it is pretty much equivalent to it, right? Close to it. There, Rob. Just got busy with everything else. Yeah, exactly.
I could use some fuel. Somebody's looking for something to do.
Dopey's still getting players, so.
Yeah.
If you want to jump out of the rock truck, Dopey, I can take over if you're still doing all the player stuff, hon.
That's what I'm just trying to.
It needs fuel.
The loaders do.
Yeah.
Fuel truck's on its side.
Oh.
Oh.
Try to knock it over with the thing there if you can there, Spence. The drill rig. This thing's a monster. Oh, this thing's a monster.
Well, you forget how big it is when you're like when we were on the other claim. It didn't seem that big, but we were moving a ton more dirt.
Well, yeah, you gotta think we had what, 3 of these things, and what, 2? We had 2 8,000 equivalent. We had a front loader, a front shovel, and right, an excavator 8,000. So I mean, we were moving. I mean, you gotta think we had what, 8 400 haul trucks, and we were still having a hard time keeping up.
Yep.
With the haul trucks. So I mean, the haul trucks are having a hard time keeping up with us. But gaming, is there a secret trick to moving the conveyors up and down one level? What do you mean up and down one level? You mean like, oh, you mean like you're talking about like, no, there's not like extra, there's no extra down pieces, like shorter down pieces or whatnot. It's only like the, what is it, the 4 one, 4 or 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
But all new wash plants upcoming. Go ahead.
I forgot. Who needs fuel?
Grumpy.
Grumpy.
Both of us.
Yeah, both loaders. Just parking between us here. Just 4, I was hoping there was a hack. Yeah, no, it's thank you. So in the last Friday news report on Steam, Christian said all new overhaul to the wash plant, the way things look and things like that, right? So I can see us here in the next, probably within the next month, everything that we know it today and how it looks is probably going to be changed as far as the production pieces. And from what we saw in the Q&A, they look beautiful, right? So I mean, it looks like they're all going to be open conveyors. We're going to see the dirt and the material on the belts again. Like the models look awesome. Yeah. Saw the asphalt pavers too as well. So generally how it works is as soon as Christian gives me the okay, Grumpy now will jump in and show you guys, that stuff, right? So
Oh.
So we'll see what comes in store. I know that they wanted to completely rebuild the they want to completely rebuild the production to match the rest of the game now because the production looks a little lacking. Which I would agree. I think that giving the production that realistic feel is awesome. Stromberg, thank you very much for that follow as well. Appreciate that, man. Over on the Twitch. Keep in mind, guys, we're on YouTube and Twitch, so you guys can watch on both. However, I do have ads turned completely off on YouTube, except for the very beginning. I can't. Yeah, yep. Yada, yada, yep. Just throw it in here anywhere. We'll fill you up so quick it won't even. These haul truck drivers are gonna these haul truck drivers are gonna have work cut out for them. I'm just skating around on top of the ore, on top of the dirt, so. Yeah, I'll show you a couple tips here. I'll show you some tips. So what I do is when I'm using the loader is if I'm starting on flat-ish ground, right? So if I'm starting on flattish ground over here, right? And I'm not even using a GPS. What I'll do is I'll come in here like this from my, I'll curl my bucket all the way back. I'll jam it down into the ground where it hits like this. And then I'll just slowly tap it forward and then I'll push. Now you see what happens? It'll naturally correct itself. But if it's too much, you're going to have to recompensate. See, now I'm going down. Okay, well, it's kind of where I need it to be. So I'm okay with that. Because when a roller is going to come through here and push, right? So if I slowly just keep pushing like this, see how it's kind of wanting to go down? That's all right, but I can also back up off the bucket a little bit more and keep pushing. So just all I did was push up on the boom, right? You just got to be a little bit mindful. Sometimes go slow, but we just do it so quickly you don't notice it. But that's what we're doing, right? So we're just slowly, we jam the bottom of the thing into the ground and then tap it down to where you see it takes dirt a little bit, right? And that should be your thing. And then back off of it like one click of the keyboard, one press of the key. It's just hard to see how we do it because we do it so quickly and we don't use GPSs, right? So now if you're in a hole or you hit a hole, it's going to change, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that nice little level ground spot that I just kind of made, right? And then I'm going to come back up a little bit again and I'll do it again for you. I'll put my bucket all the way down, jam it to the ground, tilt down. It grabbed a little bit of dirt. Okay, let's move forward then. Tilt a little bit more. It's not being aggressive enough for my liking. I'm coming
sideways
over here a little bit and we're just going to run it in because it'll be roughly where I need it. Where do you find the info to join? My wife's been spamming it in chat for like months. You got to get with her in Discord. She's our secretary, boss lady. So she runs all the getting people in to come in and play with us and things like that. We don't openly post the information because it changes constantly. So that way we can bring people in on different days and other people and cycle people in and out. So if you'd like to play with us, that's how you go about doing that. So follow all my wife's instructions and all that good stuff. No problem there, man. Woozy, no problem at all, man. Yeah, it can be a little daunting. Just take things slow. Right? Figure out how the things work mechanically, then increase your speed. Right? So we're not playing with floor tiles or anything like that. And also to remember, if this is just the top of another cut, it doesn't need to be perfectly smooth. You know what I mean? So you're good to go. Yes. Thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch.
Yeah, this actually looks a little smoother than it looks smoother probably on camera than it actually is. It's pretty rough at the moment. It needs some rolled.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks a lot smoother. But we have highs and lows, but we're not really worried about that right now. Right? As long as it's not dropping down from me to Grumpy, as long as we're not dropping down like 2 or 3 meters, right? Or a meter, right? In that amount of distance. Because then when we come back in here to cut again, when the excavators are digging, they have to worry about how deep they're digging. They can't just sling dirt as fast as they can. So that's why we try to judge our cut depth based on the excavators. So that way we can stick somebody that's maybe a greenhorn in there. They come in here and smash it out. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You can see the hard, rigid line a little bit right there. I'm going to come in here and I'm slowly starting to try to make sure I keep this area what it needs to be. The trucks are getting hammered. I'm just going to top this truck up here, Grumpy.
I'm probably going to jump on a roller for a minute and roll.
Yeah, yep. Is that way these guys can kind of catch up a little bit too?
Yeah. Should park it out of the way, I guess. Really smart thing to do.
Yeah, you just gotta be a little bit mindful of the equipment and how it reacts to the dirt and where your center is, right? People focus on the bucket way too much. It's actually the bucket will cause a problem before the vehicle will, right? So yeah, remember that, right? The bucket follows, but it's in reverse if you think about it, right? So if you look at that piece of equipment, right, and you have the bucket all the way out here, right? So if you drop the bucket and say you're scraping in, right? If you drop your tire into a bump, what's going to happen? The bucket's going to go boom, smash into the ground, take a giant chunk of dirt, and you're going to repeat the process as you go, and you're going to be skipping along. So you have to fix the problem. You have to fix the problem before you just keep trying to run. That's what I see people doing. They don't fix it. They just keep trying to run over it, and then they have to compensate by jumping their bucket up and down to try to fix that. So now, see, Grumpy's going to come through and give us a good roll, so then therefore we won't be jumping up and down too much with our buckets. You're good, Spence. Just go ahead and take that one. Hey, I appreciate that, Old Yeller. Appreciate that, dude. I just trying to make it easy to understand. You know what I mean? So that way people can have a fun time playing with video games the way I do. Or not even the way I do, but just so they have a little bit better of an understanding that might help them versus trying to read someone's spreadsheet on how to play a video game. You know what I mean? So trying. Do my best. Okay, dear. Am I using mouse and keyboard only? Yes, I am. This looks like a lot of work has been done. Just bought the game yesterday. Yeah, this is about, I think we calculated, we added up all the, we only play this off stream. So as far as the digging goes, we have about 60 hours of stream time, but you have to times that by 8 because we've had roughly 8 to 7 people in here almost the full duration of the play sessions. So This is actually one of our slower days today. Let's get him filled up here real quick and get him out of here. Yeah, so relatively, we don't have that many hours into the save. Using dual joysticks, yeah, it's fun. I'm just used to the same keyboard layout, keyboard and mouse. I play with all my games, so I just decided to bench my joysticks and everything like that because I just don't care. It doesn't really add more immersion to me, for me and stuff. So I just kind of feel like it works. I have fun doing it, and it's not that big of a deal. I'm mainly just reading chat and stuff anyways, so my immersion kind of gets broken when I play video games just from that alone. And I just kind of hate hooking them up all the time and having them at my desk 24/7. The excavator's giving you headaches. Do you have a controller laying around? Oops, just kind of. Now that actually needed to happen. That actually needed to happen right there, Grumpy, right? Am I just looking at it from a different perspective because I'm going, the thing's so big?
No, that's this side that I'm heading toward is a little bit high at the moment.
Oh, okay. So I need to come in at a different angle. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a PS4 controller. I would say if you're having a hard time with the, let me help them out real quick. So what I do is, you ever played like Gold Mining Simulator or Gold Rush? Same game, rebrand. What I do is, it's relatively simple. So when I'm in digging mode, right, which is my cab, or if I'm in, and then I have track mode, but I just hold down shift and I can tracks, right? So what I do is with the keyboard and mouse is I have W makes my boom go up, S makes it go down. I can turn with A, I can turn with D, left, right. R makes my arm go up, R makes my arm go down, and then T goes bucket, curl, and G. That way I literally play with like one finger, right? And that's why you see my movements robotic, right? So I'll take a scoop, come down, boom, swing, you know, grab, dig, dump. That's all with one finger, my index finger, right? So I'm literally controlling the thing with one. If you're a keyboard and mouse player, right? Very, very easy controls once you figure them out. But you gotta remember, you're gonna have a little bit of a time trying to curl and do everything all at the same time. So what you could do is do the WASD, like I'm doing here, WASD, right? And then change the bucket curl to like left mouse, right mouse. That way you can curl, turn, and do everything all at the same time. Very, very easy controls once you figure them out. And then for the wheel loader, I just use WASD, right? For normal gaming. R, F, T, and G, right? Same thing goes with thing. You could put that on your mouse. Left mouse, right click. Yeah, it's a lot easier. You can I literally play the game with one finger when it comes to the excavator. And some people were like, dude, you're so good at the excavator, bro. Are you using the using joystick or something? Not, bro. I'm just using one finger. Like, it's not. That was probably more of a good push right there, huh, Grumpy? That angle? Yeah. I can already see it right there, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, anytime you plug in steering wheels and things like that, right? It's just gonna get more realistic to you, right? Like that's like I don't play American Trucking Simulator unless I play with a wheel, but I don't really hold that same value when it comes to like a game like this. Like I said, I just don't like having it all at my desk all the time. I do so many things at my desk, so it just irritates me more than anything. Time to go revisit that control scheme. Yeah, we're probably I'll get out and roll that. I just messed up there. Trying to take that height off of it. I didn't really mess it up. I'm trying to scrape it from the side. I'm not sure it really matters that we worry about it that much over here, but as long as the 4-meter low spot is gone. Because we could be sitting here fine tuning this the whole time, right?
I'll smooth that rough edge up for you a little bit so you don't have to.
Appreciate that. Yeah, then I'll stay away from it. Like I want to come back here and get this spot here, but I don't want to be spending that much time fine tuning something if it's not going to make that big of a deal, right? We were down literally what, like 1.5 meters?
Yeah.
From here to the other side, so a little bit of a grade towards the wall is not that big of a deal. Slow day, time to nos it up then? Nah, I just got some coffee and I have a Mountain Dew here as well. What I mean a slow day is like the peeps. It's one of those slow days. People just chilling today. What's up, Uroxen? How's it going, buddy? Scrape up that wall. Hello, Split. Hello, chat. What's up, buddy?
How do you get that sky bugger right there? I got it.
Oh, I have the other roller in my pocket.
Of course you do.
Wants to. Here. All good. Just chilling. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. All of Dig Timber here. Starting it off. That. Minimize all that. There we go. Get that wall slappy. Yeah, if I can answer your question, I definitely will. Dopey, your mic's a little hot. Kind of trying to clean this up a little bit, see what we got, what we don't got, what's here, what's there, what's not there. I will try to answer your question the best that I can. If I can't, probably somebody in chat will. Got a lot of miners from both games. Did I drop a bunch of poop here, Giant? It did. So if I put my bucket to the ground now, see how it drops down right there? I'm going to make a mistake. So I don't want to do that. Let's get down to the bottom of the bump first, then let's lower down. And then I'm going to take my scoop. They be rolling. I upgraded the hog pan with a pump, but now I'm not getting any nuggets, because the nuggets get capped after a certain period of time after you get so many. Once you move to the bigger part of the claim, you'll start getting nuggets again.
Bucket's too small for a long big dig like that. Shoot.
Yeah,
John, hit that for me, would you, right there where I just dug a hole. I couldn't clean up as much as I wanted. My bucket got full.
no problem, man. No problem at all. Yeah, we might have to throw some dirt in that hole, maybe.
Yeah, I may have some dirt on me. Let's see if I got some dirt on me. Yeah, I do.
Whoa.
You know, that area is still a little bit high, but that's why I was trying to take it down, but I went, like, my bucket got full on me and dug deeper than I wanted. Get out of your way.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, fresh meat.
All right. We got another greenhorn on the claim today.
Hello.
Heyo.
Hello.
Who am I speaking with? I don't tabbed out and see.
It's dark on.
Darkon, nice to meet you, man.
And Ryer's coming in as well. He just doesn't have a mic.
Oh,
He
all
said he's
good, all
having
good.
Some cord issue.
Yeah, he's having some hardcore computer problems. I feel bad for him, man.
Said this whenever Discord runs on PC, goes super robot.
Hmm.
Tell him you guys might be able to help him with that.
Yeah.
He can hear.
But you can hear. Okay. Awesome.
He's just delayed.
Dark's coming in. Ryu's coming in, so. All right. Yeah, it got really shallow over here, Grumpy. Look how far I pushed out over here already. And it's like,
Yeah.
it got real shallow, dude. That's crazy. Just YouTube delayed. Cool.
And YS coming in as
Conda.
one.
Mic check.
Working.
Good.
Sweet.
Okay, we are full.
Oh, we're full now. Awesome,
We're full.
Dopey. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It screws with my brain because Ryu's not in here.
Oh, okay. So we are full at the moment, guys. If you guys would like to play, let us know. We have a we have a wait list going right now, so thank you very much there, Giant.
Thank you.
I guess what we can do is we can stick Ryu in the excavator there, and we'll give him one truck there, and then we'll fill that on the side. And we should have enough people in there for all the trucks. I'm having a hard time seeing this because of the shadow. Looks like I'm going up, like I need to go down a little bit more.
Change time a little bit. Maybe it'll help you.
Like I have a depth perception issue like anyways. But yeah, let me change the time just a little bit, get out of that shadow. Ugh, never mind. It's just in the shadow of the mountain anyways. It is what it is. Yep, we'll take one in the excavator, and then we'll take all the rest of the trucks, just dedicated truck to Ryu. So if somebody wants to haul for Ryu,
I'm ready.
okay. So Dopey's gonna run truck for you there, Ryu. Then we'll have all the other trucks over here, Grumpy and I. Just gotta make sure I don't, crazy here. Now the time's garbage. No.
Thanks for changing time. I don't know who would do that. That was kind of silly of you.
Huh? What?
So I don't know why you changed time. Who would do that?
I don't know. Oh, who suggested that?
That was a silly idea.
You guys might want to run the rock trucks correctly, going the right way. We're going to need a lot of truck action today, so. Trucking game's got to be on par today.
A long haul.
Hello, little kitty. Are you trying to figure out how to get over there? Here, let me move this.
You done raging on her bed yet?
Oh, she's trying to get... Water bottle was in the way. There you go. You're okay. You're all right. Just don't smash my monitor, Hulk.
Well, someone's there. She's hanging upside down.
Yeah.
Just eating bed.
Yeah, I don't know what happened over here and why we went down so much. Kind of weird.
We'll blame greenhorns on it anyway.
Yeah. True. Blame the greenhorns.
No idea who did it, but we'll blame the greenhorn.
It's always a good thing about having greenhorns around. You just blame them.
I don't know. There's only been a couple of greenhorns that have been in here, and two of them are. I'm looking at two of them right now.
It's okay. We blame them. It's okay. Even if they didn't do it and they weren't here.
I'm dumb. I drive truck.
Dumb for truck. Yeet. I almost ran you over there.
No truck?
Are we short a truck? Where'd it go?
I'm in a big.
The
God,
fares
four.
are not there for me.
There should be 4 big trucks, I think.
Oh, we have 4 big.
Oh, we got
It's the one up the
rollers.
top.
No, there's two drivers up top, and then there's two down here in the pit.
Right, I'll get you to come run. Right, I'll.
Yeah, what she said was her mic cut out. Was
Run up the
jumping.
hill.
Yeah, jump in that truck.
Dum, come get Chuck.
Your mic cut out, so you couldn't hear anything you said, anyways.
Yeah, this thing's gonna be really finicky. If I turn it
Yeah.
up too high, if I turn it it's not.
No, it's because you're turning it down too many notches on the microphone. Is what it is.
I only turned down one.
All right, turn it back up again, I guess. Microphone's being weird and all sensitive and stupid. Are you guys all seeing the wash plant fill location okay?
No.
It's still...
No, I'm back at where I got back in.
Ugh. We might need to pick those back up, Grumpy, and eventually here. And
You want to try doing it now? See what happens.
we'll have to let the wash plant run for quite a while because there might be thousands and thousands and thousands of ounces of gold stuck in there, or thousands out in there. I think what it is.
Probably. All right.
Oh, good.
I was just gonna say probably whenever you're after you get done decoing, we have a chance to do that probably.
Yeah. I'll probably just let it run tonight when I go to work and process.
Yeah.
It takes it that long to process?
Oh yeah.
Well, you gotta think we've put like 1,000 or 400 haul truck or 200 haul trucks into it.
And
This whole
you're gonna come back here with Riot.
Coming to you, Vash.
I'm gonna stop pushing that long length out along that wall, but over a little bit. I don't think it's gonna take us that long to get that done.
Now once you start moving over, you'll start wiping it out pretty quick. That big
Yeah.
loader.
That big boy. Yep, 2 trucks coming down, 1 truck coming up.
Oh, my hot toddy got cold. What a bummer.
Hot anymore?
No.
What went cold?
My hot toddy. Basically tea, honey, and whiskey is a hot toddy.
I thought that's what you said, but that's a shame.
I thought you were talking about a hash brown.
I thought he said hot thoughty, and I was like, dang, Grumpy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Going after those e-girls.
Yeah, I'm fighting a little bit of a cold, so I was having a hot toddy.
Just drink it, Nate.
I could do that too.
Hey, Vash, try to dig a little shallower. I think you're actually going subgrade.
He knows what he's doing.
And why is there a knob next to me on my left side where it's like road over bad?
He's fine as long as he's staying and going max depth that grade. It should be all right. I mean, we have to clean it up before a little bit, but
Okay. So there's probably the knob left over from the other night then?
Probably.
I haven't been given the special quick shovel, so. Yeah.
Greenhorns don't get a fast shovel.
There should be some in the town. We just forgot to tell
Yeah.
everybody.
I just stopped telling people.
We just stopped telling
Nah.
people.
There's nothing in the containers in town.
There's
They're in
workbenches
the
inside one of the
benches.
buildings. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't really tell anybody. A lemon? Yeah, and a lemon. I use lemon, honey, whiskey for your hot toddies.
Yeah, that's exactly what a hot toddy is. Why would you use anything less?
I didn't have any lemon, so I did it without.
I thought hot toddy was something completely different. I was thinking something else.
I thought you
You're
guys
thinking
were
hot. You're thinking hot body, but
No, I was thinking of a completely different drink.
Thank
I
you,
was a
Grumpy.
bucket.
Yeah, I
Well-
was thinking of a different drink.
I guess I'm going for.
Where'd
I think Grumpy's bucket.
oh, safety board. Now, where I'm just at like this weird angle over here, Grumpy. Hey, man. Hard time keeping things flat today. That ish.
I don't know if it's the size of that thing or what. But I've always had more trouble with it keeping stuff good, nice and flat with it.
We're at like a whole bunch of different angles here, and it's so big that it's hard to keep it level, right? So like if the back
Well-
tires are up off of it and like the length of it, you got to like stretch it a little bit more.
You have to keep it nice and smooth to begin with. I think is the problem, and if you don't keep it rolled all the time, it's
Right,
kinda
Mr.
hard to
Vash,
do.
thank you.
Yeah. I don't think we should worry about it. I think we should just keep smashing it. Let's get this dirt gone. A limited time. Just keep these trucks moving and keep this dirt going out of here. We're really filling the haul trucks that fast. Damn. That's good though. These guys are we have truck coming down.
I'll back over here and I'm gonna go put some hot water in my tea.
Yeah, that's what we're talking. Trucks coming up. I was out of cab. I was different perspective for the chat. So it looks like we are gonna be nailed down for Christmas here, guys. Christmas Eve, Christmas. So we were gonna stream and stuff like that, Christmas and stuff like that, but we have family coming over, so we weren't really gonna be going anywhere this year and kind of just doing a Christmas just me and Amanda, but it seems like it all now just converted into our house. So
Well, it still depends on.
that still depends on the weather. That's true. Family, family, family.
Sorry, Spence. Resetting keys.
Lighter hunting those grays, bro. Thank you
I
much for
just
that
tried to see
5.
if I could.
Much love, dude. Appreciate that, Lighter. I'm sure all those guys did too as well. Well, there ain't no truck sitting around no more. We get a hype in the chat for Lighter dropping the 5-banger today. Oh,
Whoa.
my bad.
You could at least bought him dinner first.
I'm a little guy.
Bottom dinner first is what you said, Dopey.
Yeah, usually that's gonna cost you to ram something like that.
Cost a little bit of money to do that, huh? I'm on vacation. What did I all miss about GMS 2? Well, quite a few things, actually. You should probably watch the Q&A because they talked about a ton of stuff.
Yeah, there's a list of about 20 things roughly.
Yeah, there's a list of about
About it.
20. So I will be making a video on that here soon. Recapped things that the developers have said. Confirmed / take with a grain of salt type of a video. So I'm hoping at some point by this weekend I might have that done, but it'll take a little bit. Fun with family for Christmas. Yeah, there's no Christmas Eve stream. I'll be busy cooking and things like that. So, and entertaining the family. So, don't worry though. We should be doing a Christmas Eve stream. Not Christmas Eve. Sorry, New Year's Eve. I think, right, Dopey? I don't think we're gonna. I mean, it's really. I mean, that's a problem because normally they're really late, and we want to. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we just be quiet. We'll be fine. We want, you know, it's New Year's Eve. People expect to be a little on the louder side, so. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people hanging out in Discord, watching movies and things like that, right? So.
Downhill here a little bit.
We'd be fine with the pre-recorded video. Maybe I'll try to keep some do some content out for that.
You can just go back and check up on what you missed.
I'll do something. Yeah, the plan was to stream Christmas Eve and Christmas. But seems like our bunch of our family's Christmas plans kind of changed and things like that, so
Had no plans.
yeah, they had no plans, and me and Dopey, we're just kind of like we kind of just want to do Christmas just me and Dopey. And I guess plans have changed.
Get for inviting my brother. I think they're actually gonna say, yeah, come.
You'd be working on Christmas? I'm trying too hard to keep this thing flat. I'm just gonna massacre it, dude. We can fix it.
It's all right. You're not keeping it that flat anyway.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. 100%. Maximum effort. Gotta get as much dirt moved as we possibly can per stream. Just hustle, hustle, hustle. Oh, bump there. Problem is with this big boy is we missed the 200s a little bit, you know? Sometimes we get a little bit of poo-poo on the ground. Take that.
So did Giant.
He fixed it, eh?
What happened?
Ryan said he fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Good.
At least I hope I'm not robotic.
No, you're good.
You good?
At least something.
At least one thing works good today. I know I'm not working good today.
I know I'm not working today.
I got the big steel piston today, so it's all good. Let's play. Big dirt.
You got the what?
I thought he said something else first, but he said piston.
Stanley Cup?
No, it's not that. The Stanley Cup is something you pee in.
Or on.
That's a specimen cup. Stanley Cup.
But aren't you from Canada? Aren't you supposed to be all about hockey? No. I'd love to work on Christmas though, 3 times the pay. Unfortunately, you can't. I have to look at my schedule. We get a week.
Just talk to me now, Combat, so don't worry.
They should have sent me. I will be off from the 23rd to the 2nd. I know, right? You're like, Split, do you like ever really have to work? You know, it's debatable, but
I thought it was 22nd.
the 22nd? Did I read it wrong?
That's what
Sunday. You're right. Actually, it is. That'd be Sunday. Yeah, Sunday the 22nd to the
Come on, Spence.
Thursday. Then I only have one day that I get 2 days off. Oh man, dude.
I still don't understand the logic why they do that.
I don't know why they do it either. It doesn't make sense
Why
to me
would
either.
they just give you your first day back on a day where you're supposed to work, not the last day that you're supposed to work and then have 2 days off?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me either. I don't get it. They give me a ridiculous amount of days off for the holidays and things like that, right? But yeah, so the 22nd to the 2nd, I go back. I have that off for the holidays, so I just got back to work. I get a week of some change off. Heck yeah. And we-
Alright. Don't expect any bed space.
And we get a Christmas bonus, so. How you doing today, Tatico? Day rolling, buddy. Mine would be better if I could keep the ground flat, but I'm just noobing it today.
I'm trying to keep it flat for you, but you keep running me over.
No, I'm just being fail. I'm just being failed today. Got everybody down in the
Well,
pit
can you
working.
go under my bucket so that I can drive a little bit more further backwards? Thank you.
Should be good.
Yeah, it's good, sir. Thank you.
Trying not to block off Spence either, but you know.
It's a little, it's a
I'll be
little tight down here with all the vehicles.
Actually, it looks
we are
really
done.
good.
We are done here relatively soon, so either Split or Grumpy, can you fix
I'm
this
already on my
bench
way.
on the right height?
He's-
He's already on it.
He's on it because he knows I ain't making it flat. That's for dang sure.
Okay.
He's like,
I'm just asking.
Split's over here just wrecking everything.
I'm just leaving in some headroom, not to get too deep, even that I'm bouncing around. So
You're fine.
You good?
He's throwing up dirt on the ground.
I didn't throw any dirt on the ground. Doing all right. Just chilling. How's mining going today? Pretty good. We got 8 people in here. We're full, and we are the other day on stream. I've been only playing for like 3 hours at a time because I've been breaking up my play sessions. But we ended up getting the ramp put in the session before, and then we got a little bit of a headroom down here, and now we're pushing out this quarter over here, and we have all of this bench to clear out. So at the plants and then we're pushing out all the way out to this end over here, and then after we get this cut done, we're going to go obviously keep going down layer to layer to layer and make the big pit, but we don't know how far we're going to push out into the valley. I think we might start just going down and not keep pushing out any further, but we needed to scrape all the way out to get at roads. We're doing a 1 in, 1 out. So we're putting in little turnoffs and safety poles and things like that and decoing as we go, but we're just kind of using a basic wash plant here. Shouldn't take us more than a couple streams to get the rest of this cut done. Then we'll bench down again. Push, but the mine should get smaller. Keep saying that, but it keeps getting bigger.
something is going wrong in the planning.
No, it's just that what happens is we gotta adjust for the roads, right? And or else we'd be done already if we didn't. Familiar struggle, yeah. So that's why I ended up getting the big boy loader today, and so we're only gonna be using 4,000s because that's how high we want our bench layer to be. This is about the depth of the 4,000, what it can dig. And then we'll use the front end loaders to kind of do some extra slop clearing on the other edge of the cut. Kind of start removing a bunch of bulk out of here because it's just so much. But first we had to remove all of that, and then we had a full cut above us. Actually, 2 cuts, actually. We had the redemption cut, and then we had the peanut cut. The peanut cut is where I extended it all off the side of the cliff over here. Got in the dozer and kind of like leveled the top of the cut. Now we're taking this cut, which is we're naming the Mayhem cut. And hopefully this is our last scrape out to the side, and we'll just start going down from now on. Probably what I'm thinking. I think we have a big enough diameter. Make it fun. I mean, it's all about the fun and playing the mine site. People are like, oh, you know, do this or get the biggest equipment. Not always about the biggest equipment. You can have a really cool mine and not use the biggest equipment. So for us, we're just trying to have fun and have the haul trucks, and these guys are going up and down the road and still got to deco all this. So that's why we're kind of focusing on this side of the mine site today.
I was just moving into this corner split to give a bit more room.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I got you. I was just here just looking at the trucks going around. There you are.
Want me to go a little bit deeper, Grumpy, or is good so?
Yeah, it'd be better if you went just a touch deeper.
Yeah, I want the mindset to just be a nice little fun. I think when we bench down one more time, I'm gonna put the save up for everybody, so that way they can have a nice little mine site as well as the one that's already on this map, which is the Iron Mountain Pit. So that way they can kind of come over here and play on this with a little bit of a wash plant and deco it up first. So how's your project coming along? Could be good there, Spence. I think it's a little on the full side. There we go. I was like, I wonder if it's going to cascade down at any time. There it went. What's up, Justin? How you doing, man? Oh, you guys are definitely gonna be getting a lot of streaming before Christmas too. So I have that time off. I'll be working on some videos and stuff. And buckets. What's up, Vars?
I keep on missing.
I know. I keep missing the side. This is my depth perception. Horrible.
I should be the one complaining with one eye.
Sorry, I pretty much have one eye. Well, two. It would actually be better if I just didn't have my other eye. That's what throws me off. It's still.
I could poke it out if you want.
No. You can jump out of there. Truck's full anyways. Keep missing.
Oh. Nice.
I got it. Oh, I got it. I got it. Here you go. Got parts of the highway done. Airport, train station is getting there. The hotel's the next project. Hell of a project though. It's a huge project. Yeah. I just wish I wish I could go back to my dam and port project, but since we can't take any more dirt out of there, it's just kind of like rip. R.I.P.
Like how in this game you can go as far down as you want.
Like Christian kind of offered to bake the save where we could reset the ground train, but we all know that's a slippery slope. As soon as you know what I mean? As long as oh, you did it for Split, I want you to do it for me, and then everyone's gonna want their saves done, and it's like, oh my goodness. So
It'd be cool if there was a way to integrate it into the game. Like, if you press this button, this is permanently going to be your map.
yeah, well, that's what other games do that have had that issue with ground deformation.
Push the wrong button. I went backwards instead of forwards.
I think you'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I think he'll get there eventually too as well. I think he will. Like I've talked to him in depth about it, but right now they're at a really right now with the place that they're at with the game is they have so many other things to do And it's only a handful of us that have really broken that limit, and there's a lot of things you can do to avoid that too as well. You know what I mean? Like making sure that like you know exactly what you want to do on that save and sticking to that project and that project only. Right? So there's a lot of little things you can do to get there. So Speedy. He's just over there blasting them off ours.
Don't move, Conda, because I slided against you. Give me 1 second. Never mind.
Thank you for the fuel.
Like I would love to be able to keep doing what and keep going because we have big plans for season 5, but the game had its thing, right? It had that save has had its seen its
Okay, you're
day.
good to go.
Thank you.
If it's something they can add in later on, then fine. But I don't see the point of disrupting anything for it.
No, yeah. I don't. Eventually, if they're going to be going to VPP 2.0, hopefully that fixes the problem in itself, and we get way better dirt physics and everything else. So right now for them, it's better for them to keep on developing gameplay and multiplayer backbone and everything like that, right? So like 99% of the players are not going to break the game like that. What language is that? Are you talking about Spence? Ours? What's up, David? How you doing, man?
Thank you, Dopey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just relaxing, kicking back, enjoying Dig Timber. We're gonna be playing well, I obviously play digging games all the time anyways, but I'm gonna be adding GMS into that rotation a lot more as well. So to give these guys a break from the multiplayer games, I'll be grinding out some gold mining simulator and playing some of this, and we'll also be visiting a bunch of other people and doing some collaborations with some other content creators and stuff during Dig Timber. Diggy. Heck yeah. Hey, Pat, dude, thank you much for dropping that 5-banger in the chat, man. Can we get some hypes? Did you get the hybrid steel? Did he change his thing? Or is that somebody else?
Just says hybrid steel.
Did he change his logo? Because didn't it used to be like purple and...
Oh,
I believe so.
Oh, okay. I gotta see. Yeah, he did change his logo and everything. I was used to his normal thing with the H on it, you know, with the H with like the purple. I was like, "What? You got a magical Pokemon? You got one of our lists up on the on the thing there, man. Appreciate that. What those guys do. Well, you got one of the 400 old man gamings as well." Oh man, no. Dumpy. Yeah, it's the same thing. I could push a little bit more on that save, but it's nothing that I need to get done. I need more than that. So that's why I just say, you know, it's cool and all to, it would be nice to be able to continue that, because we were going to do a lot more with the that area, and now it's kind of like not able to do it. So ooh, there's a massive bump there. But you know, it was a fun save. It was, I mean, I had a blast with it. I think that save alone brought in close to 400,000 views the channel, and everyone seemed to really like it and like the big full scale build of like the port cranes and the ship and all that stuff. So right now we're kind of just getting back to digging, and then I think what we're gonna do is I have a few projects that I'm gonna work on the side, and we did a whole bunch of digging, then I did a whole bunch of building, then multiplayer, you know what I mean? So good to kind of change it around every once in a while. Change it up. Pump these trucks out of here. Sorry if it's a repeat question, but is there a end goal for the save? Yes. So the end goal for this save is to get down to the point where this pit is pretty much we can fit this in the bottom. And only this. So the very last little bench down at the bottom, we'll be able to fit this in. And that's it. That's what we're doing. So we're just building we came in, we rescued the old little town, the mine town that was here. Like they had like a mom and pop rock quarry. So we ended up using a bunch of the excess rock to come over here and build a pad. Then we went surveying to try to find some more money and a new cut. And then we found a really good rich cut. And then all of a sudden the cut turned into garbage, as you can tell. So get wrecked, nerd. So right now we're trying to make a profit. And as far as like the story arc goes of the save. So kind of our thing that we got going on here. As a bonus, what we're doing is we're saving all the material out of this pit. So all the coal, all the gold, and everything. And we're going to do one big sale. So that way you can see what we kind of pulled out of here, like kind of like a season finale, and goodbye to the save. Yeah, a little bit of role play, a little bit of arcade gameplay, a little bit of you know, doing things a different way, and just overall just trying to have fun with it. Something different. So we brought in company funds, right? So quote unquote, the cavalry came, right? And it's time to push this all out. We surveyed everything too, right? So in the very beginning of the series, we were dinking around with the other pit and like running, and then all of a sudden it came into a thing, which will be the last episode will be a video, is generally how I do my season endings. So I tried to go a little bit of fun / arcade / corny, and that'll be a fun one to record. So I like doing those. And we also have another save that we're currently using, but we took a break from it, which was the mega quarry, the monster quarry, the big boy. That's the one we have all the 8,000s and things like that, right? So big old quarry. Gotta go drive in the snowstorm? Drew, be careful, buddy. Be careful, man. Godspeed and be safe, dude. I've been watching your tutorials a year ago. What's the difference between putting stuff into a storage directly or into a sell point, if that makes sense? Well, you have, if you're selling all your material, you can't craft with it, right? So for us, we're not trying to craft on this save. We're just trying to run a lot of material. So, but if you're playing, you're probably going to want to go into a storage unit. That way you can use it for, you can smelt it to gain XP. You can, and then also craft with it as well. Because we have things that we can craft now. There's workbenches and things like that, right? So, which we didn't have those years ago, like a year ago. So therefore you can then divvy it out to wherever you need to put it with all your workbenches and smelters and things like that. You're definitely going to want to go into storage bins now.
Will I go to be level 70? I go to my own save.
For what?
My experience level.
Oh, when you go back, yeah, you'll be no,
Yeah.
you'll be your own.
Okay.
So, P, can I have some fuel if you have the time?
Yeah, sure. I do.
We have about 2 hours left in the stream, guys, and then we'll be switching over to some farm sim. And likewise, if you guys would like to come in and play with us, same thing. I keep hitting that side. It's hard to hit from the side to the back. A small little area to hit. Oh, well, we'll get it though.
And you wonder why he doesn't have his license anymore.
Hey. Hey, listen here, buddy.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just clean it up later.
Nothing I'll roll and won't fix.
Nothing a little rolling won't fix. Ow.
There's some gas.
Ow. I'm getting like buried by all the little equipment around here. They're trying to gang up on me, guys. Ryu's working down the cut this way, so this thing's getting hammered. Nice. That's what we want to see. Big stuff done. And like I said, thank you guys very much for those gifteds. It's 10 gifted today. Much love, guys. If you're in pay dirt, your best option is to make sure that you're, so what I would recommend starting out, if you have like no levels, is definitely get the pickaxe, right? Start smacking with the pickaxe and dig a nice little, like a little hole, and try to start on a save that has this color dirt right here. This is pay dirt, right? But if it's this darker color, that's dirt. It's not going to give you any, any good stuff out of it. So what I recommend is getting the small, tiny little wash plant, dig a bunch of that, and then stuff them so it can start converting it to gold. Then buy yourself a smelter and start smelting gold and just selling gold bars. And then that way you can start mining the pay dirt and getting more of it. And then once you have enough, then move into getting a an actual wash plant so it can do it for you.
You can
And then you just need smelters. Let's just drop dirt piles everywhere. I know. You guys can pull way up here if you want, right up against the, just smash right into the front of the thing. Oh, if I'm dropping dirt piles, it's dropping them up here.
Talking about dropping things, when's the last time you saved?
I haven't saved
Been a
yet.
while.
Probably should save. The only thing you want to be trying to set up to sell automatically is the dirt after the wash plant. So after you go from the wash plant off the bottom part of your thing, put a drop trommel in, and then put a sell point underneath of it, so that way the dirt just sells. So that way you don't got to keep dealing with it in your system. You got to get it like perfectly in there for that thing not to drop out of the 200 from the back.
Won't it be easier to side tip it on the little trucks with that?
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna change to just dumping it on the side because it's like annoying. It's not that big of a deal, but gives you guys something to make fun of. Oh, like
you
normal.
want to do that.
Yeah, but you guys love to do that, so. Nah, you guys would never make fun of me. Nah, never. Never.
Just all the time.
Like, isn't that our job for all of us to do that?
We will stop when we are getting lunch.
Mads, is there a way you don't have to hold the shift down while digging with the excavator like GMS when you switch back and forth? Yes. Matter of fact, let me help him real quick. Let me jump into the one sec, guys. Here, let me help show you my 1 second. Controls. This will be very easy for you to understand if I just show you here real quick. Okay. So I have all GMS controls, right? WASD, all that stuff like that, right? So what I do is I just take the key combination off. You can click this and hit delete and it'll delete it without having to reset it completely here. If you hit the delete key, it'll delete the key combo. So I changed mine to WASD, right, for all the booms, how you have it in GMS. And then what you do is RF, TG, right? And then you have that's open. That's the bucket open for the big excavators. But then down here where you see the tracks, add the shift modifier to the WASD onto the shift. So that way you have to hold shift to drive, right? So that's what I do to make it mimic it because there's no toggling like GMS. This game used to have toggling, but they removed it. So that's what I do to make it just like GMS. Because I use standard default GMS controls in all of my games because that's just what I'm used to. So it's kind of like an opposite. You use it, you hold it to drive. If that makes sense there, Mads.
Where do you want to go, Grumpy?
And for the loader, it's really easy. I just do the same thing. F, R, T, and G. I see. Thanks. You try that? Yeah, man. It just means you have to hold it if you want to drive somewhere. That's all it is. The shift. And as soon as you let go of shift, you can start digging again. That's the closest you're going to get it to GMS. That's what you're used to. So yeah, just and I guess another thing too would be in your controls for your excavator. It's not these ones. It's not the independent track. So you can set it up that way. That's more hassle. But if you want it more arcadey, unbind these. Unbind all these ITS and these ones as well too, unless you're using the single wheel. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, just for the track forward, track left, exactly. Just hold shift and then WASD. Should be exactly the same. Minus you have to hold it down. It's not a toggle. Yeah, and I know a lot of people bought Atavora and GMS from watching play here recently.
Thank you.
Good to see.
Didn't know I'd lasted it.
And anybody who just bought GMS or Out of War and you've never played either or, see why I was telling you guys they're not the same game. Don't compare them. They're completely two different games, but you should play them both because they're both great for what they are. I mean, you know, it's hard to say, well, one's better than the other because everybody has so many personal preferences when it comes to games. But overall, in the end of it, I would say Out of War is leading right now because, well, you can't, like I said, if you were to have to pick one that's better than the other right now, I would say Out of War is better because it's newer and there's more equipment and you can just dig anywhere and things like that, right? If you had to peg it down and say this is what it has to, you know, be, I think Out of War is the winner, but like I said, you can't really put them up against each other because one's 7 years old. But then, you know, some people would be like, I like the full story of GMS and like the wash plants, and I do too. So you mean I like that start to finish experience. I know what to do. I know the path to go down. I know all these things. It's very easy. It's very comforting. It's very hand-holding gold adventure, right? So you can't, it's not the same thing. So I mean, it's they both have their pros and their cons, but you know, like for us, we like this a lot because we can play with everybody. I mean, look what's going on. We got trucks running everywhere. We're digging gigantic, massive pits, but we're more along the lines have to role play all of our story arc progression, which isn't bad. It's not a horrible thing, but there's no, if you're a new player to the game, you kind of might get a little lost in Out of War versus GMS. You won't be. So you kind of really handheld and guided into position.
Empty bucket.
Yeah, you got to turn off your sticky keys. That is also Daniel. That's a great that is a great tip as well too. Exactly. You might want to turn your sticky keys off, or also hear that stupid. That is true. That is one thing I did. Thank you for thank you for pointing that out. It is true. Sticky keys off for simulation games. Hey, Pib. Welcome, man. Back, and thank you much for that that sub. Appreciate that, man. There's a hole and a bigger machines. Love this game from the start. Yeah, I mean, it was a struggle right off the bat. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we covered it all the way from the beginning, but it was rough in the beginning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not being able to like save your game, not really save it, but not being able to like play for more than 30 minutes and stuff. But I mean, I think a majority of people that bought this game and played this game played it in the first 2 months, and that's the worst the game's ever been. And it's never been the same way since March of the next following year that it was out, right? 2023. March of 2023 was a game changer. If you're seeing this or watching this and you haven't played this game since then, it's not the same game. It is completely different and much better. Yo, what's up, Cookie? Yeah, each game is, I think if you're a fan of just mining in general and you love simulators, both, and you haven't played both, you're missing out. I think you're missing out. Right now is like the best time to be a sim miner, I think. I think right now is the best time to be a sim miner. If you play video games, you like the sim games, you like mining, you got Out of War is cooking, right? And then you got the devs over there trying to make good on the first GMS, and then you have GMS 2 coming down the road too as well. I mean, can you imagine what Out of War is going to be like in the next year and a half, and then we get GMS 2 dumped on us? I mean, as sim miners do, we're just sitting here going, "Thank the Lord, hallelujah." I know I am. I'm like, heck yeah, dude. I'm happy. I'm stoked. This is everything we were talking about like 7 years ago when we were talking about GMS. When when we were playing it and we're like, this is what we want out of the mining games. It'd be so cool. And we're starting to get those things. I wonder how Out of War is going to compete against GMS 2. I don't think it's I think the thing is that people need to realize is that Out of War doesn't have the capital behind it, right? So they don't have $1 million for advertisements and things like that. But I think as far as game goes for the fans, I think they're going to compare just fine to each other. I think the fans will be, I think they're going to compare just good. Like I say, by the time we see Out of War hit its stride into next year and the year on, I think it's going to be a juggernaut in its field. But I think that if I'm just going to call it now, I'm going to say GMS is going to have the win because, for one, they have a huge development team, right? They got a big development team. They have more money at their thing. They have a massive publisher, which we all know. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's fair to compare them because one's an actual indie development team and the other one is a huge team, right? So it's kind of a hard one. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird one. We've all been kind of discussing that a little bit too here and there about what that is going to look like. Also too, like is GMS going to take a hit by not having the big name branding of Gold Rush behind it? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many factors. It's going to be interesting to see how it is. I can't wait to cover it all. You know what I mean? I can't wait to cover it all. It's just, like I said, it's exciting that the thing that the games that made my channel what they are over the years are pumping hard. And for me, I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Get so. Like, right? Like, it's awesome, man. Christian's doing a great job. The devs over there are doing a good job with the giant pile of fire they walked into, right? Over at GMS, right? They just walked right into a dumpster fire, and they've been trying to like put the flames out for the better part of a while, and get the DLC out, make the console players happy. On top of it, they're trying to develop a whole new game as well. So then you have, like I said, then you have Christian. He's doing a fantastic job with his team. You know, so I mean, like I said, the winner here is not the games, it's not the devs, it's us, the players. We're the true winners here. That's who wins. And that's how it should be. You know what I mean? So good, fair competition. Buy both games, play both games, and we all should have fun just talking about them. And I'm not going to be trying to pin them up against each other unless somebody offers me a lot of money, and then, well, I'm just kidding. Then we'll just tell them the other game sucks, and no, I'm just messing. We all win when the game companies are coming out and they're doing good, and this is what we hoped the genre was going to be the better part of 5 years ago. You know, we all hoped the genre was going to be like this, and it's exciting to see it take shape now and really take shape. We might have a couple other competitors stepping into the ring as well too, but they're very niche even in the mining world, but they'll be fun to play. Like we have I've been talking with the developers of the Alaska gold mining simulator. So that's going to be interesting. You know what I mean? So hopefully that's a nice, fun little game to play. And I'm not sure how long it's going to be play wise, you know, but it should be an interesting little game. And tomorrow, a formerly PC exclusive game is coming to console. Tomorrow? What's that? Coming to console? And then there's that new Indiana Jones game that's coming out. Oh, Railroads Online? I haven't really been into those type of games, but I know a lot of people love trains. It's just not my thing. I don't know anything about trains. I'll be like, there's this big giant chunk of steel. I don't know what it is. Makes noises.
It does choo choo.
Yeah, it does choo-choo sounds. Yeah. Just like, I don't know anything about planes, obviously. You guys saw in the members only videos. Uh-huh.
Thanks, Jimmy.
I definitely don't know how to fly a
Hey, you
plane.
didn't crash yet.
Oh, I crashed.
Wait, did I miss that?
Oh, yeah. I nosedived into a house, bro.
Oh yeah. My brain is sorry. My brain is definitely out.
Thank you. I'm full. Can't even pre-order right now. Yeah, I saw the Indiana Jones one. I was like, interesting. You're so excited for Foxhole now? What do you mean? Foxhole. Waiting for a truck in my tab out here. Oh, is that the one that came out a long time ago? The strategy one? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Looking at images of it while we're waiting here.
Well, what you waiting on? Got a truck in
Military.
front of you.
Military. I just had about to look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, work, man. I can fly anything in Arma. Just pack a parachute. Because the landings ain't so good. Yeah, I was, I must say, playing Flight Simulator, the new Microsoft Flight Simulator on keyboard and mouse is kind of booty. What's up, Doc?
Hey, Doc, if you get triggered, put your arms up in an X.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen it. We talked about it a while back with a couple people, remember?
Can you pull a little bit further back so that I can scoop there a little bit better? A little further. Where my bucket is about.
I do like RTS war games, though. But they have to feel a certain way. Oh, I used to play a lot of Sudden Strike back when, like Sudden Strike 1, Sudden Strike 2. I need more rock trucks over here, guys.
Yeah, Ginger's coming.
I just saw Conda sitting there, and gotta make sure we favor this big loader today. I play a little bit of War Thunder here and there, but I only play casually on like the casual mode, and mainly only just the flying. I don't play the tank or anything. But it is really nice to play with people that like actually are your wingmen that don't just jump in a bomber and never care about the rest of the squad ever. It is nice.
Yeah, it's never fun to play with those types that like to say, "Look, I got 20 kills," but the team lost because they were busy getting their 20 kills.
Yep. The worst thing is when you go to protect them when they're like doing a bombing run. And then when you go do your bombing run, they're like nowhere to be found. You just get murdered. But they're like, look how much damage I did. You're like, thanks, bro. We know that all too well, huh, Varus? I remember I was like, yeah, I've played a little War Thunder, and then I started dropping aces. Varus is like, whatever, dude. I played a little bit more than just a little. It's just not very much. I mean, how about those? I get distracted. Me too. Me too. I tunnel vision into someone trying to get them down instead of getting in a better position and hunting for another target. Right? Don't go after the wounded. Go for get that altitude and get that attack. Still hunger for that kill, right? You just kind of tunnel too much.
Combat flying is all about managing your energy.
Yeah, you were 100% correct. That's one thing. When I came back and I played a little bit more, I tried to be a little bit more aware of that. That my combat, momentum and energy is extremely important, especially in that game. That's fine. We'll get some more gaming going on here, guys. We'll throw some variety in. We'll do like a variety day or things like that. You know what I mean? So see who's down to play and see who's what. Varus, you said you're going to be into Foxhole. Maybe I'll have to pick that up here on Christmas time.
There's nearly a nice exit road round the back of the wash plant.
Oh, on the back of the wash plant back here? Oh, we're going to be digging a hole. It's all going to be cut off soon. Question for you, Split? Go for it, man. Whichever's you got. Sorry, man. I missed you in Twitch there. I neglect Twitch. I don't mean to. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to. You guys are at the bottom of the screen and the YouTube chat's in the in the front of it, so. The day when you were on Discord and not live. When I wasn't live, I don't think we were playing anything. You guys can always join Discord when we're in VIP chat, always. No matter what we're doing in VIP chat, when we're in VIP chat, we're hanging and hanging out and relaxing. So you guys are more than welcome to come in and hang out with us. That's what it's for. So never feel like you're going to bother us or anything like that. If we're in VIP, you're more than welcome to come in. Matter of fact, we're always wondering why you guys don't come in and hang out. We're like, damn, do we have like herpes or something? Like, eesh.
Maybe shy?
Could be. Yeah, you guys are always welcome to come in. If I'm doing stuff that I have to do with like my moderators and stuff like that, you'll see us. You won't even see us. We'll just be in a hidden channel. So I went down a little bit over here. Oops.
Yeah,
Right there. Just a little bit. That's what happens. I read chat and. I think it's a respect for your privacy thing. Nah, man, that's not the way. I don't run my community like that. I mean, people like to make you think I am like that, but no, not at all. Everybody can come on and hang out as long as you have the VIP membership, right? So whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, you guys are all welcome.
You might want to check on the farm sim server before we start. It's not showing up on the list.
Uh-oh.
He runs mods on there, or is it vanilla?
But no.
No.
Oh yeah, that's I consider that a paid public channel, right? So when I'm in VIP and you guys have VIP, that's part of your membership and stuff like that. So if we're in there, come hang out, man. I mean, sometimes people get a little confused because we're really quiet in there, but like it's my off day or whatever, right? But nah, man, most of the time we're just being quiet. You know, I've worked all week long and streamed all week long and chatted with you, but if you just want to come hang and have someone to kind of say hello to and talk about a couple random things here and there, but all I ask is don't fanboy me when I'm in that channel, please. Don't be like split. Guess what? Split. Don't. I'm just a normal dude. You know what I mean? That's all I ask. That's the only thing I ask. Because it's a disrespect to all the other people in the channel that aren't trying. They're just trying to hang out and relax. You know what I mean? So come in and chill out. Because most of the time on my day off and my days off when I'm in there, I'm not really at my desk, or I might even be recording, so I have to like press mute and deafen and stuff like that. Oh, I'm gonna fanboy so hard. Nah, I'm just a normal dude, man. I just want to play video games, have fun, and dink around. Sorry, there's been so much craziness around everything lately, but as you guys can tell, it's not in my control to have people not be dumb, I guess. I don't know any other way to really say that. But people are going to be dumb, and people want certain expectations from me, and if they don't get them, they have issues, I guess, apparently. So, well, that's okay. We got a pile of tissues for them, and they can have them and go do their thing on their own somewhere else. I don't have time for somebody else's emotional problems when it comes to what they want out of my channel, other than just consuming the content and having cool people to chat with. So if you have an agenda and you're in the channel and in the community and you want something out of me, then you are in the wrong place. This has got to be rolled. It's a nightmare over here.
Yeah,
Turn.
it's rolling down over here too. So
It's horrible. So if you guys want to jump in a roller and hit this up, it's a nightmare. I'm gonna have to drop a little bit of dirt here too. Maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll just feather it out. Put in. Nah, I know. I'm not saying I know you guys wouldn't do that. You guys, most 90, I would say high 90s percentage of you guys are all pretty chill, man. That's one thing we found out recently, is that we were really worried opening up the invites to play with everybody just randomly, because you get so many people that are just like you used to be, and I think a lot of the gaming and viewers have changed, and I think a lot of that mentality is kind of going away, of just jumping in and
I think this
bombing
game
someone.
helps with that. These types of games help with that too, because it's generally a more mature audience.
Well, not really, because if you look at farm sim, you have to be you generally have to be very careful who you bring around, right? Because they'll just come in and just try to trash all your stuff and for fun. But I think that mentality's kind of gone away, because people realize, like, they only get instant gratification for screwing over a streamer while they're live, but then all of a sudden they alienate themselves from everybody because nobody wants anything to do with them. So is it better to just chill and play and have fun, or is it better to get that 1 second of fame for two, and then nobody cares about you after that? You know what I mean? So the whole toxic join in and screw over a streamer mentality, I think, is kind of on, it's on the outs for sure. Which I am thankful, because holy cow, man. I want to play with people. I don't have to be worried every 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Okay. think we just need a little bit of rolling over there and we should be good. Hey, Scott, dude, thank you very much for that sub, man. Take a look at something. Dopey's in server.
Safe.
Damn. Huh?
I can dig and I'm stuck. There we go.
Was somebody coming in or? Oh, Damien? Okay. So you said the farm sim server is down?
Yeah, it's not showing up at all. Trying to see, like, trying to get things ready for us.
Okay.
When was the last time you guys joined?
Let me reset the server, Dobie.
A few days ago.
Yeah, the bill
There
got
might have
paid,
been an
right?
update since then.
Like, the bill got paid, right? One sec, chat. I'm logging into the farm sim server here, so. They took the money out of the account. Bill is paid. Give it a reset. Loading into server. Log into the API. Stop.
Maybe.
At the server here. Start.
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. What's up, dude?
Not much. Just getting done with work.
Nice, nice. And let's go ahead and start. Here, and it starts. Let me know if the server's up, Dopey, and I'm going to take a question break real quick, guys.
Out there, you have bodily functions.
If we didn't, would we be robots then?
Well, do we really have bodily functions, or are we just in a tube with a bunch of, in a big giant tube with a bunch of little tubes hooked to us? Because we're in the matrix.
You know, the mind-boggling part of that would be if you're within a matrix within a matrix. How do you ever escape to the
Oh,
reality?
sorry, Darkham.
All good.
Yeah. Trying to say, well,
Yeah. Sorry about that, chat. Had to fix the farm sim server and use the restroom. Hey, take it easy, Justin.
I think Wyatt said something about going to get dinner.
Oh, okay.
Where you want me to split?
In a
We
truck.
have trucks. We have.
I'll take this empty truck.
Just more entertainment from videos, man? Heck yeah, dude. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get better at being a content creator. I mean, that should always be better what you do. Always try to do better and be better, right? Sadly, sometimes things jump in there and life happens and get distracted, but, you know, try my best to not get distracted by the stupid stuff, right? Sometimes it just gets thrown onto your doorstep for many different reasons, and normally I hide that stuff from you guys because, you know, it is what it is and it's not needed. But you know, so many people just been lately being like, you know, telling me I'm a liar and oh, these things don't happen. You're making it up for, you're making things up for drama, and it's like, okay, you
Just
think
stay
they're
in the
not
truck,
happening?
Darkon. Give me a second.
I figured we would show everybody. Just let it happen.
Sorry about that.
So now you guys see that it happens on a daily basis, and you see it in the comments, and you see these things, and it's just it's nonsense and stuff. So like I said, I do apologize. Hey buddy, quick question if you don't mind. See, rubies, diamonds, etc., or gold ore from crafting or selling. Where do you craft them? You craft them in the, let's see, workbenches.
Wyatt, you're good to come.
You craft them in the, where are they again? It's a workbench. What is it under again? Why am I having a brain fart? Hand tools. Just blind, apparently. Why am I?
Buildings.
Oh, that's right, buildings. Well, I'm trying not to show something, but anyway, you guys know I have other things. You're looking for a small wash plant. Sorry. I was trying to not show something, but you guys obviously know I have access to other things you guys don't, so I just can't show certain things, and I had to think about it for a second. So, am I gonna leak something? Yep. No, I got it. It's there. Yeah. So, small wash plant here is what you're looking for. So you're gonna stick your rubies and stuff like that in the small wash plant. And it's gonna put them into normal rubies and stuff like that. So, yeah, I can't show certain windows here because there's, you know, things you guys can't see. Had to think about it for a second. No problem, dude.
Did the wash plant lose a part?
What do you mean?
I don't think so.
2 hoppers are gone. Or
Yeah, everybody's saying that for some reason. They don't show up. I'm not sure what it is, but
It's strange because I mean they're there for me, so
they're there for me.
weird.
They're there for me as well.
Yeah, they're not there for me.
yeah, because my vehicle just went in the hole.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Yeah,
back
they'll go
into it.
back.
Sorry.
Take a picture and report it if you can. Hope all is good. Just grabbed a copy because of you, and I gotta say I prefer it over GMS. I appreciate that, Hawkmid. I try to make sure I stop and help people out. You know what I mean? Some of the viewers get a little annoyed with it. They're like, wish you would stop. But nah, I don't want to see people get irritated. You know, I want to see people having fun. And if I could take 10 seconds out of my day, or 20 seconds or a minute to help one person, later on down the road, somebody might be watching the video later, and it might help them too. So, you know, it's always been my principle is to try my best to explain it in the most simplest way possible. And they can go into the details themselves later. We just got to get them up and running. You know what I mean? So I'd rather people ask me questions than get irritated and not like the game and hate the game. When it could, like I said, take me like 20 seconds to explain something to make everything so much better for that player.
You're so toxic.
How dare you? You're so toxic, Split. Can't be a part of this community anymore. You're so toxic, bro.
How dare you be nice to people?
How dare you help people on stream?
Did I go too low, Grumpy? Because I had a little bit of a drop off here, so.
Yeah, you're fine. Like I said, the main thing is just we don't want to keep big mistakes. There's gonna be a few here and there, but that's not a big deal.
Well, you're down there, so I can better ask than continue in big mess making. So.
No, you're fine.
I do,
don't think
Corey, but it's a little out of date. But it still applies, except for the wash plant and all the pieces look different. And you don't get jade and things like that anymore. A couple of the items that you get out of them are but overall it's pretty much a do all. You'll be able to do it. And then there's also one other thing about the video too, is that you can't snap the jaw crusher through the wash plant anymore. How dare you be involved in your community and care about us? I don't know, people beg to differ, man. People have been leaving the community lately because they said that, like, you know, for whatever, all kinds of crazy reasons and stuff. And I was like, you know, okay, fine, please leave. If you know, like, you're obviously here for different reasons than you led on to believe. So there's the door. Make sure it don't hit you where the good Lord split you. You know what I mean? So I just don't have time for that. Like I told you guys this last month or two, after all that crazy stuff, people trying to cancel me, and I don't have time for it. So you guys have known I've always been open and honest about everything that I do. And I'm not perfect by any means, but I've made mistakes, and I will continue to make mistakes because I'm only human. But nah, I just don't care anymore about the people that are going to be like that. You know what I mean? So I don't have time for it, and it distracts. And because I wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't mind telling you guys everything day-to-day basis and how things are and how I'm feeling and things like that, right? That's part of you connecting with me and my wife and me and the community and my mods and things like that, right? So the best way to heal things is communication. And I'm trying to make sure I'm better at it. You know, instead of shutting myself away whenever people come and attack me and try to cancel me and try to do all these crazy things, I'd rather just keep it open and honest and let you guys know like how things are going. So that way you guys can decide. Now, I don't need to make up your minds for you, and nor should any content creator. So, you know, I'm here to play video games. You guys know that. This last 2 years has been a massive change on the channel. And, you know, going PG, we lost a lot of people because people set up a sellout now. And I'm not cool anymore. And they don't support me because I don't swear and I sold out. You know, all kinds of things, right? So, easy thing. Stop being human. Stop it. But no, I'm in a great place. Regardless of all this stuff that's been happening, like, I'm in a great place. I'm motivated to get up and play and make content and still have a full-time job and still do this full-time as well. Like, it's a lot of work, and I really do enjoy it because we have more games to play now. We're playing with all of you guys. Like, I'm in a good spot. I'm happy. Like, I can truly say that I'm happy with content. I'm not happy with all the garbage though. That's annoying. It's like, you know, Split starts growing massively and people start hating, and I was talking to quite a few of my other content creator friends that are big, and they said, guess what? Congratulations. That's just what it's going to be. You're always going to have people that are going to try to tear you down because either for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. There's a million reasons. But it's not up to you to care what their problem is. Invest the time into the community of the people that care and that are there for you and your wife and the rest of the people in your community. And that's who you spend your time on. He said we have one of my buddies was like, you guys have a great community. You have a lot of people that like to play, and you know, they don't feel obligated to come in and play. And you guys are just starting to do that after all those years of being hurt by many other people trying to tear your community apart. So all right, there we go. Fuel. I just wish I had more time in the day. Like I said, one of my biggest blunders is not figuring all this out a little sooner and kind of just being dumb. Right? Like I had almost unlimited time to sit and be a content creator. And now that I get a job, I finally now figure it kind of out a little bit. And now I felt like I took all that time for granted because I only have about 40 hours a week to play video games. So where do I spend that time? That's not a sell. That's just growing your channel. Yeah. Go ahead.
Gotta shine that and hammer.
Well, yeah, that's what it is, right? I mean, but the thing is most of these people do it behind the scenes, right? They try to snake your channel from underneath of you and a lot of private DMs and people just pandering to people to try to get them to come over to their communities and their thing that they got going on. And one thing that they don't understand is that I don't care. I don't feel threatened by any content creator. If people are going to go, they're going to go wherever they want. They don't need to be manipulated, right? They don't need to be manipulated.
Sorry about this.
I get all giddy when I get banned someone.
I don't, because it's wasted time that I put on somebody. It's a waste, because I spend so much time with my community and talking to people about day-to-day life and things like that. It honestly pains me and it really upsets me when I have to ban somebody that I've talked to for over 2 years because they were really only there for themselves and they wanted to start a streaming career off of me. And they felt like they were entitled to all the stuff. That makes me upset. That makes me want to take a week off of streaming and question myself. But I'm tired of questioning myself for other people's motives and things like that in life. And I think that, and because that's me. That's just who I am as a person, right? Like, I value everybody that comes into the community and talks about things and expresses things and stuff. I've spent many days where I've not even streamed because I had somebody that was just having a hard time that needed someone to talk to. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't get that crap, man. It's tiring. It's tiring, but you can't help anybody if they don't want to be helped and things like that too. So there's many things. So for me, like I said, I just want to have fun with you guys and keep doing what we're doing because apparently it's working. I mean, we're knocking on almost 19,000 subscribers now. And most of those subscribers have came in the last year and a half. So I think I'm doing something right. I mean, you know, besides what everybody's trying to say about me, you know, and try to, you know, I think if I was what they said I am, you guys all wouldn't be subscribing and watching, right? So, and that's the main thing. And let people be weird if they want to be weird somewhere else. They don't need to be weird in the community. Be weird elsewhere.
Yeah, we about that dirt.
Yeah, we about that dirt and being nerds and dirt nerds. Like, we don't need that. We want to dig holes and farm some potatoes. Just not taters, you know? I appreciate your guys' understanding and stuff like that, right? So I know it's been a lot this last couple weeks and with not a month because it's been a constant attack. And I'm just kind of getting sick and tired of apologizing for people. Because you kind of feel that way as a creator where something happens, but you need to say something, so you end up just apologizing for no real reason when you didn't do anything just to make the hurt stop. You know what I mean? And I feel like I've been in that position for way too long, and it's starting to feel like people are using it as a way to make themselves feel better about whatever's wrong in their life. And it's like, I just kind of want to be left alone when it comes to things like that. And it's like, I wish people would understand that. You know what I mean? Like, take your problems out on somebody else, please. It's not my problem. You know? And people wonder why content creators have mental health issues, right? Jeez. I should probably go to a therapist again.
Wasn't that one of the reasons why they took the dislike button away, where you can't see how many dislikes there are?
Yeah. Yeah.
As the viewer.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. Well, no, the problem is that the reason why they took the dislike button away for many reasons, but the problem is that the content creator can still see the dislikes, so it doesn't make any sense, really. Like, the viewers can't see the dislike button, but the content creator can. So if they said they were doing it for mental health, they failed that mark miserably. Newish subscriber, love the channel. Appreciate you putting out the word for Out of War. Heck yeah, man. This game's worth it, dude. Worth it. People are crazy, just ignore them. Yeah, it's a little hard to sometimes when they bring it to you constantly, but yeah, pretty much for the most part, just ignore them. That's what they want. They want attention.
I I can say this: I never would have got this game if I hadn't seen you playing it.
I mean, sometimes I wonder if you wonder, you know, because like what I'm doing right now is horrible.
Yeah, the goal of the stream was to keep this nice and flat all the way out to the edge.
Then I started reading chat and
Don't use them excuse. It still wouldn't be flat.
what? Hey, listen. It was going good for a little while, and then the rollers. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to pin the blame on somebody else. I'm horrible
Blame
right
the
now.
thing that makes
Okay,
it flat.
I am doing a bad job. Okay, I will take the blame. It's my fault. I will.
It is your fault.
Good streamer, but terrible employer. Blame the workers. Forever out of fuel.
Not even lunch breaks.
No lunch breaks. Just
Doesn't pay.
please. Hey,
I told
Shady's
you guys,
dude.
You guys are going to the wrong person for your paycheck. I don't know why you keep going to him.
Appreciate that
these
support, man.
bottles.
Appreciate that support, dude. Gotta use. Is that what all those gator? That's not orange. That's wait. That's not apple
That's
juice.
not lemon gator.
That's not apple juice. Keep wondering why there's so many, like, every time I jump into a rock truck, there's just tons of, like, half-filled Gatorade bottles.
If it's looking like apple juice, you need to drink some water.
Thank you very much for that, man. I appreciate that, dude. I kind of got off over here and just let it jump around everywhere. I went away from what I was just teaching people. Just trying to get it done. Do you hear these guys? They're trying to go union against me.
I noticed ever since I've mentioned union, I don't get permissions anymore.
You just haven't been giving him his permission.
Ouch.
Nailed it.
Fortunately, I have a radio, so I don't need permissions very much.
True. True, it has been a few streams since I've given you permission. My bad. Like I said again, dude, Shadies, thank you very much, man. Thank you guys very much for that support, dropping those gifted pad and lighter, as well as Varus membering for 27 months, man. You guys are beasts, man, as well as Pim over on, got the platform name, Twitch. There we go. Had a brain fart. As well as Corey over there giving out the sub to David Moon. Thank you guys. Appreciate that, guys. Big reason I follow your channel, though, is, and that's why I'm still here. Did you say it how it is? And honest about it. Every piece of advice has been accurate. Yeah, I'm trying. Like, obviously, I'm not going to get the right take on everything in life, and nobody ever really is. But I mean, trying to just stay unbiased, right? Like, it's very hard to stay unbiased because everybody wants to fanboy over everything in life, right? Like, and one of my mottos has always been, like, if I'm going to tell somebody about a video game, and I just had this conversation with a couple devs and said, listen, I'm not going to say your video game's good or great or the best. I'm going to give it an honest, fair shake. And if it is the best, and to me, I will say that it's the best to me right now based upon all the criteria that I have to look at. Because my viewers expect that of me. They expect me not to sit there and just shill out for somebody, and because they may only have one video game that they can buy in a year. And, you know, so if I lead them down the wrong path, then, well, they get kind of screwed. Because, well, I made money on the back end and they bought a game that's not up to what the standard of making them happy. So the best thing you can do is just make a good video game. And if it's good, it's good. And don't worry whether or not I say it's the best. You know what I mean? Like, so that's how I operate. I don't have any exclusive deals or anything like that with devs. I play these. Obviously, you guys see I play digging games because I love them. I like the digging games. You guys like watching me digging dirt. And it's been that way for 7 years. So. And we'll keep it that way. You know what I mean? So unless somebody comes along and say, like, hey, Split, I'll pay $10,000 a month to advertise this and you need to say this. Well, that's a different story. Because you guys know that's a huge bunch of money, and that could really help me and my wife. right? So that's when you guys have always said it's acceptable to let us know. And I would let you guys know at the top of the screen because there'd be like a sponsorship deal thing splashing up. But for the most part, I've turned down all sponsorship deals. If they don't benefit me and they're annoying to you, there's no reason I'm going to take them.
That's also an upgrade to a computer.
I mean, that's a lot of things. That's just money and savings for a peace of mind, so I don't have to stress out, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yep, it's a future content guarantee.
yeah, just putting money in savings is, you know, you don't puke in your mouth when you have like, you look in your savings account and you have like $10, you know, and you're like, oh, something breaks on my computer. Well, GG rip, you know?
As the case in point with your CPU. That happened.
Yep. Even when you spoke about Gold Hunter, you didn't completely dismiss the game. Yeah, no. I mean, obviously half the time I talk about it now, I'm memeing and I'm like memeing it, but I think most people understand that satire, right? Like it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm like completely trashing on them 100%, but kind of am at the same time. I get it's a hard line to walk because not much has came out. You know what I mean? So like I want him to succeed. I want him to give the fans everything that he said he was going to give them, but it's been a long time. So that hope is,
and honest about it.
yeah, I'm just trying to be realistic and honest about it, right? I'm not trying to fanboy on it. So as long as you enjoy what you're doing, yeah, 100%. I mean, that's the main thing is for a long time, I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. And I really wasn't motivated to come in and play or hang out and talk and be positive and things like that, right? Like that happens all the time to a lot of different creators, right? Like they'll, especially if your views are declining and your viewers are declining and things like that, right? The game you play died. You know what I mean? So there's many different reasons for it, but as long as we're playing something, the way I look at it now lately is as long as I'm playing something, I'm enjoying it and I'm passionate enough to teach people how to play it and then they can enjoy it because of that too as well, I'm doing my job. And this is a job to me. Like if I don't do this and I don't make money, I have to go get another job. Right? So, but I don't do it just for the money. People think that, right? When I say something like they think, oh, you only do it for that. It's like, no, that's stupid. Everybody has a dream of, as a little kid that's a gamer. Everybody that's a gamer at one point in your life when you've been a little kid, you've been gaming. Man, I would really like to sit down and make money and play video games. We've all said that, right? Most of us have said that or thought that as a little kid. I just am now able to do it and make enough money as a part-time job, and it supplements my income from my full-time job. So I am very blessed and fortunate that, shut up, fanboy. I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do and very thankful for it. It's been awesome, man. It's been a crazy long road for 7+ years now. I mean, it's weird. It's weird. These guys are just killing it back here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing the opposite of it. Making a big mess. I'm sure the rollers will come through here and make it look good.
Yep, those rollers will be rolling, trying to catch you dirty.
Rolling for days. Now, all anybody's ever asked me, like fan-wise, is like, if you're gonna shill, please make it known. You know what I mean? Like, but I think you guys will know because I'll be doing it with a big giant smile on my face, looking at my bank account. But that's never gonna happen. I don't know. I don't see it happening. So it's not something that I worry about or even think about. So the only thing I worry about and think about is, when I get on and make good content, are people gonna like it? And is it going to mean something in a little while until I replace it with new content? All right, so the thing I really worry about now.
I'd say as long as you can stand behind it,
Mm-hmm.
hey, that's all I care for.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't even know how many of you guys are here watching or whatnot. I don't look at those things while I'm streaming. Seems like a slow day today though, but
Well, you're at 82.
Picked up. It was a little bit slow to start off with, but it's picked up.
You don't want to know.
you don't
It's
want to
also
know.
It's also Wednesday, aka Hump Day.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
What's Archery?
it's December.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you're gonna be hitting parties and all that.
Actually, people say they do horrible in December and stuff like that, or then they say they do horrible in the summer. I've never experienced that. It's either gonna be good or it's gonna be bad. But
Parties or
no, just audience in general. A lot of content creators are like, don't ever stream in the summer because no one's there to watch. They're all out having life. And it's like, well, I don't know what type of viewers you have, but
no, I think it's more on the content.
I think it is too. I think it comes down to the creator where, like, in the summer, it's miserable to be sitting inside the house. So nobody wants to hear you be miserable. Right? Like, nobody wants to sit there and hear somebody go, well, I wish I was out doing something today. I would be if I wasn't streaming. Well, then go out and stream. Turn your stream off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go have some life. Go touch grass yourself and tune out for, 2, 3, 4 days and come back and hang out with your chat and talk and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, like, if you're just going to sit there and be mad and pissed off because you're not out doing things, then shut it down for a second. Don't worry about the views. Go do something and then come back and share it with your audience, like change it. like you guys know, for me in the summertime, I cut it way back. I don't, I try to cut it back a little bit more. So I want to spend time with Dopey and outside and go to the lake and just go out and go do things because the weather's nicer, right? It's not raining or wet constantly. And, and it's super hot in our place where we live. And it's, so yeah, it's just, it's kind of, you just had to think about it, right? Keep you doing you. Hell yeah. That's the plan. So I actually do really like streaming during the winter because it's nice and cool in the office in here for the most part, right? Most of the time I just gotta keep Dopey warm, so Dopey's always like,
well, the PC should keep it warm.
oh yeah, our PCs keep it warm in here, that's for sure.
It's actually pretty kind of cold in here right now.
People, what?
I'm freezing.
That has been one thing that's been happening at my workplace. It has been colder than it has ever before.
Huh.
Gotta
And
work
I'm wearing-
harder.
People
I'm
want to leave the
working-
house in December.
I'm wearing 2 jackets just to stay warm at work.
Yeah, I work nights, so it's I try to run from the parking lot to the office very quickly. But we don't get that cold like some of you guys. Some of you guys get like negative, like nasty.
Now, I know I'm one to not really have right to complain because I'm a little bit warmer than most people, but being cold is not fun.
All right, this is all going to be rolled or I'm going to keep
48
causing a disaster. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Oh, continue.
48 degrees this morning. That's
48?
cold for me. Yeah.
$43 here right now.
43.
Here, actually.
Too cold.
That's just normal. That's shorts weather still.
Yeah, here in Alberta, it's
If you went outside right now, it's cold.
What are you at in Alberta, man? You're probably like,
-9.
yeah, I was gonna say, well, Celsius. So unless you,
Yeah.
You know,
Good for
that's
you,
one thing
Fahrenheit.
I really wish everyone could be on the same temperature. It's either Fahrenheit or Celsius.
Most
Same.
people are in
Celsius.
Celsius, so
yeah, more people are in Celsius. So yeah, exactly.
we're the odd ones out, not them.
18 Fahrenheit.
Allergic to the metric system.
Yeah,
Same with keeping milk in bottles that has lids too.
the only thing I can get on board with imperial or metric. I can get on board with that. The only thing I can't get on board with is when people say Z to the Z. Okay.
Huh?
Like,
I've never even heard of that.
You know, it
Really?
used to be Z.
like one thing that it's like I get their argument's like, no, it's a Z28. It's like the car manufacturer says differently.
Well, that new Gen Z stuff going on.
Gosh dang it.
Definitely Z, not Z.
It's a zebra, not a zebra. Ah, right.
Yeah, Z-E.
You mean to tell me that's not just a painted donkey?
That's not a cruel trick.
But what's Z even for?
Z.
So, what's your argument for xylophone?
That's what I'm
So it's
saying.
not a zebra, it's a zebra.
Yeah, I'm saying. A xylophone
Yeah,
would
not
that would help my argument, not yours.
That'd be a Zettaphone.
That helps my argument, Spence.
It's Z-E, not Z.
Yeah, see,
Well,
he just had to think about it for a second.
The problem they're trying to correct is people misunderstanding it for C.
Yeah, you're right. It is. That is why they're trying to push the Z versus the Z, because a lot of people think they say C.
Yeah, sometimes when someone doesn't understand what I'm saying for Z, they usually say Z.
I should stay nice and warm in my basement in the winter because I was running those 5 gaming computers at once. Always got you is when someone has a game and the settings shows US dollar and they call it a quid. Yeah, xylophones with an extra. You're right. You are right. Yeah.
That's an even better point.
Yeah. See? Both dumb. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. Or no, the other one is for me is aluminium instead of aluminum. Like it's
They're
just
actually spelled differently.
Yep. They
They're
are.
actually spelled differently. Yep.
And
That's what I
aren't they
don't
two different
understand.
Things actually.
No, they're the same.
That's the one that gets me is the aluminium. Sweet juicy. Welcome. Thank you much for that that follow.
Or rough versus roof.
Rough is what a dog says.
Yeah.
That's what I used to tell my mom, because my mom would say a woof instead of a wolf. I'd say, Mom, that's what a wolf makes. That's the sound they make.
But a washing machine.
Well, that's the thing is the weird thing is we're from Washington, but she doesn't say wash, right? So it was kind of weird It's kind of weird. It really depends on where you grow up in the world. I mean,
does.
it really does.
Have you ever seen Michael McIntyre comparing American to English?
I think I know
So-
who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about.
Very posh British guy, and he's talking about, for example, you'll say horseback riding, whereas we'll say horse riding. You're very descriptive. We'll call
Oh,
it-
I know. I know. He's a comedian.
yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what stand up you're talking about now.
That's because we don't ride horses the way you guys ride them over there.
Yeah, we go on top of them.
You don't write them like, yeah.
Like I said, we go on
course.
top of them, not behind them.
Of course.
Be right, B.
I speak American.
Americanese.
Like that girl on the girl on the thing. You gotta learn how to speak American. She fits right in there with that Hawk Tua girl. Gotta learn how to speak American. Oh man, dude. Split beat me to it. Dude, the thing is she was so confident about it, right? It was she was so confident about it. It was just like all right, we're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer. And you said the farm sim server is up and running okay now, Toby?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just getting
okay.
it going so we can just jump right into some things.
All right.
Password the same for them?
Password's the same, but yeah, give Dopey a second to figure out who's going to be coming in because we might make some switches, depending on because we normally don't take the same people that came over from one stream unless there's nobody else to play.
Got
So
it.
just give her a second and she'll let you guys know.
So far, I got us in March, and I got the fields flooding.
Okie dokie. Awesome.
Currently cultivating the soybean field.
Oh,
so we can replant.
Nice.
I think, didn't the planter automatically cultivate?
I don't.
Yes.
Then screw this job. That's a really big field that I didn't really want to do.
Yeah, the planter cultivates for us.
I wasn't
Save
sure.
you a little bit of time, reducing.
Yeah, that was a pretty big field. Oh, in April, we can plant rice, harvest grass, and I think soybean has to be planted as well.
Yeah, most of the names in GMS have always been like a play on words. Like if you actually read the story pages, like seen any good forestry, any good mod forestry yet in 25? As far as I'm aware, a lot of people said that the logging is absolutely horrible in 25 right now. So we're avoiding any logging. when it comes to 25 at the moment. But as soon as some good logging comes out, we'll definitely be jumping in and playing.
Lumberjack mod's supposed to be out, but I don't know how much that helps.
It's not that, it's the logs falling through the ground and crashing people and causing massive performances and corrupting saves. That's the issue with 25 right now.
Yeah, we haven't had that issue.
Yet. Thankfully, I haven't seen that, but I believe you.
I'm just going off of what like a couple people told me, so I'm not sure.
Like I said,
yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually happened. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, I mean, I guess we should probably.
Find out.
Yeah, I'd rather not find out. Yeah, exactly. No, thank you. I was talking with T-Bone though, and he said he's updating some of the mods or something like that. So I know they make some really good logging mods, so that'd be really cool to see if they can get their 25 mods out. I'll have to ask him again, and I don't know what they're doing with their mods, if they're only on their website or if they're getting posted to the thing. I'll have to ask him. I'll do some NMC showcase mod stuff. Everyone says they do an amazing job at mods, so logging mods, so everyone says like FDR and those guys were like the top, but I don't think they've really been active too much lately. FDR did a logging video on the physics of the logs. Is it him that I was thinking of that said that it was horrible? Like the physics are horrible right now? Something's broken about it. I want to say it was him. Yeah. I mean, they're like the authority when it comes to the logging, right? So they're like the main authority when it comes to logging mods for logging. So that's why I was like, I remember I watched a few, but then I talked to a couple of people and they were like, yeah, it's kind of jank right now, so be careful. You had to be so confident about something because those teeth were bully fuel. True. I got kicked to the main screen. Cool. What's up, Carl?
Yeah, I heard about not doing the testing list anymore, but I mean, does it really matter? So you don't know when a mod's being tested? Most of the modders have pages out there and stuff anyway, so I don't know if it's a big deal not to have a list.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some people really like doing that. I know homie FS Club, they really like doing the modding list and stuff like that. Some people, so that way they can do their videos and say, hey, this mod might be coming up to here and this is what the mod's about, and they make nice videos and stuff like that. But I think he said something about that on the stream, like he had to go hunt down all this information somewhere in other places. So that can be a little bit of annoying, but it's not like that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
So a bigger deal for the content creators than it is for the players, I think, honestly.
Yes, I think it is. I think it makes it a lot more harder to. I mean, the players as well. Some players really like to know what mods are coming out because they follow them like religiously, right? So yeah, I can see it being a little irritating if you're really into the modding scene. You know what I mean?
But I can imagine
crazy.
from their end, all the garbage they get about, no, this mod's been on the list, so why isn't it out yet, and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, that is true. It's not really their responsibility to keep track and inform people of what they're testing and things like that. So I can see maybe it from their standpoint, but if it's something they've already been doing already, why get rid of it, so to speak? I could see why people are irritated, but you know, they probably have their reasons. Have they made a statement about it, or is it just they haven't posted anything yet? Maybe it's just they're really busy.
Not doing it. They actually made a statement about not doing it anymore. Yeah.
Oh, they did. They made a statement about it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Did they give a reason why?
No, I don't think so. If I remember what I saw, they didn't. But I could be wrong.
Well, okay, then if they're okay, I'm gonna go on the assumption that they didn't make a statement. I don't know because I haven't read this. So, if they didn't care to give you a reason why, I'm kind of shocked because modding is such a huge integral part of the development of that game. So I would be kind of shocked that they took it away and didn't give you a valid reason why. I don't know. That's just my thought, right? I'm not, like I said, I'm not really big in.
I wasn't horribly interested in it, so I didn't really go deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody in chat would have to fill us in. Somebody in chat, give us the reason why they did what they did, if they gave it. To be fair, performance and graphics is the main thing Giants is focusing on. That is true. They are focusing on graphics and performance and getting their engine to work a different way than it's ever had to before. This version is kind of like one of those in between 25% upgrade versions, and I think they're trying to hold that standard of 25% per version. From what I've noticed, seemed like in a development standpoint, right? Because they can't outpace the performance of the game, because they don't want to alienate all their player base to have to either switch to console or buy brand new computers. You have to give the industry has to give you time as a consumer to be able to even have the computer power to even play these games, or else they lose millions and millions of dollars because nobody wants to buy their game because half their audience just got excluded because of performance requirements. So it's a huge deal. It's a big deal, more than you would think. And we were going to 3:30, right, Dobie, or 3? Okay, 3:30. Okay. Okay, see. Okay. The gunner or anything like that? Okay. Just you know, see if there's anybody else out there that didn't get to come play today, and if not, then we'll fill the farm sim slots.
Speaking of the gunner, I need to send him a message, see what's going on with him.
See how he doing?
Yeah. $102 likes. Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate that. A little on the slow side today. Hey, we'll take it. It's aight.
Just coming back and I was just aping out my bug report.
Cool. Awesome. Forestry seems better in 25 than in 22. The maps don't really feel good for forestry. Like New Frontier map will be coming out. That's what I was talking with. Was it Tatico was talking about that. I was talking with somebody else about that New Frontier being one of the really good maps. The map I'm waiting for is I want to see if has anybody seen if Alien Jim's going to make a new Western Wilds, or is he going to make a whole new survival map for 25? I hope he makes a whole new survival map for 25. I hope it's a cross between Western Wilds and No Man's Land if he does. That's the map I'm waiting for.
Imagine it.
Yeah. I know those guys, Daj and all those dudes.
Yeah, I play these maps.
The only thing I'd have to say about his maps is it's just too much for an average player or a normal player. Just casual, you know what I mean? It gets a little bit too much. It seems a little too cluttered for me, for my liking. But I can see how it would appeal to a lot of people. You know what I mean? That want that extra hardcore detail and tons of it. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, No Man's Land is. I wouldn't say it's a dead map, but Western Wilds by far is, I think, far superior. Savage Joker, thank you very much for the sub, man. Well, we accomplished our goal. We wanted to push out here and get this relatively knocked out, and I kind of horribly did it at the end, but it's not too bad. Not too bad.
There's a British map that's just come into the mod hub. I keep meaning to try out.
Was it okay? Somebody correct me. We'll talk more about Farm Sim here in a little bit. Playing it. Was it Lancey Boy or Oxygen David or one of those guys that like quit making mods or something like that? One of the bigger map makers. Who was it? I can't remember which one it was. It was like a year ago. There's like this huge ordeal, and they're like, he's not making maps anymore because people are pissing him off or something, or what it was. That was Lancey boy. Did he ever come back, or is he done? Like, I thought someone said like he deleted like his websites, and the guy did the guy did a really good job on his maps, man. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Like I said, I really don't follow mods. You know what I mean? Because I try to play we try to play as vanilla as possible. Then we look in and do a couple things. Content creator should ask him. That's not me. I'm not into farm sim really. We like to play farm sim, but that's not really my forte. You know what I mean? Like, we just make a mockery of farm sim. You can pull all the way up to the front of this pit up here, to the edge. No, we don't got back all the way up.
Need fuel split.
Yes, I do actually.
Oh, I figured.
I'm on my way. I can drive back there.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Ryan? You need fuel?
I'm halfway. I'm fine now.
I'll bring it to you.
Oh,
Wait.
okay.
Since I'm sitting here anyway.
I mean, are you guys enjoying us playing farm sim? Are you guys enjoying the mixture of mining and farming and things like that? If so, I mean, we're gonna keep that's the plan all the way through the new year and like that. So
Thank you.
That's interesting. This time I've loaded in the hoppers, are gone.
this time they're gone for you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will be doing mod support for this game in the future. Just right now, they have to build all the core mechanics and everything like that, and features and everything that they need to put in themselves, and then that way they can hit the modding. I'm sure it's probably going to be towards the end of the current roadmap that we see modding, but yeah, a little burn. Yeah, that's our thing too. Is we're trying to stop the burnout. That's why we're trying to play variety. I think farm sim is like nice and relaxing, and this is kind of chill too. But a little bit of a different thing each day, or even during the day, like we've been doing double streams. So sometimes when these guys, I can tell they're getting a little burnt. What I'll do is I'll just jump in and start playing a single player game and give them a good 3 or 4 days off. You know what I mean? That is the plan. Farm sim, out of ward, GMS, a little bit of flight simulator on the flight sim. So is it a waste of material you're digging, or are you processing it? Yeah, we're processing it. So they're driving it up, putting it on the plant. We'll go ahead and go over the process of what we're doing here. A little bit in depth here. So what we're doing is we have, I'm gonna park this. Actually, let me fill Spence up here, and then I'll give you guys a little bit.
Real quick, on Lancey Boy, it was due to the community and toxicity that was happening.
Ah, it's a shame. Yeah, last thing you want as a casual player is your game to become a job. That's true.
Like one person was saying, thank the content creators, because look at how many hours are put into stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's one thing I'll say one thing about the drama of Farm Sim was when we picked up 19, I was like, people were like, oh, you should start playing Farming Simulator, dude. Like, I was like, okay, cool. I don't mind farming. I have my ag science and stuff like that. I've done all that stuff like when I was growing up. Agricultural sciences. Yeah, cool. I don't mind farming. A little bit of Farm Sim. It's a simulator game. Kind of fits in the wheelhouse of things like that of the simulator game. Like I played, pretty much predominantly played gold mining simulator for the better part of 5 years. Like, yeah, sure, cool. Why not? Oh, man, it was annoying. Not gonna lie, very first stream, one of my more successful streams that I've ever had, but one of the most annoying streams. All it was people that couldn't play freaking Farming Simulator 19, trying to tell me what to do constantly in stream, and just backseat gaming to oblivion, trying to flex their 10,000 hours of Farm Sim, and it just was so annoying that I literally just didn't care to stream it, and me and the community just played it off stream. Didn't care about the views. Didn't care. It was just so annoying. Wickedly annoying. Like, everyone's like, you got to do it this way. You have to do it that way. No, you got to take these jobs. You got to do this. And it's like, bro, that doesn't work that way. You're explaining a mod to me that's not even in this game right now. Right? So then they get aggressive about it, and then they start, talking down to you, and you're like, dude, just relax, man. I'm trying to enjoy the game, bro. Feels you need to inherit the backseat ever again. That's kind of why I stopped playing story games too, is because people would just ruin it for you. And if you didn't play it first and beat it first before the viewers could ruin it for you, was the challenge. So that's why I kind of stopped playing story games, because it was just crazy, man. People just coming on for fun to just ruin it for people. Now, Farm Sim 22, though, on the other hand, when I came back and we were like, okay, let's play some Farm Sim 22, try it on stream, let's see how it goes. Much better. Community was way less toxic, man. Everybody was just chill. It seemed like, I don't know, it was just weird. It was such a weird, different vibe. You know what I mean? It was such a weird, different vibe. It was nice and refreshing. And 25 has been pretty cool, too. I think the community just kind of grew up a little bit. It seemed like there was a lot of crazy hardcore toxic creators. Like the old guard of like 15 and 17. Yeah, you just don't see that anymore. What's up, Joke? We will be doing a survival challenge, just not right now. Right now, we just kind of want to get in and have fun with it and stuff like that. So a lot of everybody just wants to get in and play, and I don't want to make them suffer through a survival yet. I want them to get burnt. I don't want them to get burnt out, but I want them to get their fun and stuff like that feeling out of the way first. And then we'll do a start from scratch survival, which a lot of you guys that watched a long time ago used to. That's what me and Dopey used to do, is farm.
Not everything needs to be a viewer challenge, though.
Yeah, not everything needs to be a viewer challenge, though. We'll probably do a survival challenge. We're not going to do a viewer challenge, because you guys will put extra stuff onto us that makes the game completely not fun.
Might as well show that dude with the processing plant.
Oh, yeah. True. Thank you very much. All right, so what we're doing is we are moving all this material out of the pit, making a big pit, and we're moving up. The material goes up the ramp, they drive it up here, and they're dumping it into the plant over here. Run over there. Viewers would never make things unachievable and difficult. Never. 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 No, man, some channels, their community's nice, man. They put a poll up, and then they're like, their channel's like, yeah, dude, you don't need to do that. That's really hard. We'll make it easy. Go vote for like the easiest option. Me, Ryan almost got stuck with a pickaxe, and a slow pickaxe, as that is, for the whole season. of our playthrough. Poor
Oh
Ryan.
god.
Nah, I was gonna give him one anyway and just not tell you guys.
The chat was literally gonna give Ryan a shovel, like the slow speed shovel, man. Like they didn't care. All right, so what we're doing here is I have an encased drop box here, right? And that way we get no buildup when we drop material. Put their tires here and dump onto these. Some guys right now cannot see these right now. And you will drive over and dump here. We have a merger, one line, conveyor sorter. Bottom line goes wash plant because that's where the dirt and everything goes through and you're going to conveyor sorter. Wash plant. Then we have a drop trommel, and underneath of this thing, you can post here, dump and sell things. And then all the high value ore doesn't get dropped out the bottom and being sold. It goes out this box, into the line, and into the box. This is where all of our gold, diamonds, rubies, and stuff like that get processed and stored. So we sell all the dirt, gets dropped out there. All the good high value will come through here. Now at the other side, have top chute going for the conveyor sorter. It'll sort out and it'll go to the jaw crusher, because if we're running anything that's like blasted rock, if we're on bedrock, it'll crush it. And if not, and everything else will just pass through it anyways. And then we have a fractioner in case it does hit it, so we want to convert it into other materials and gravel. Fractioner is. This box we have pretty much just coal. So that's pretty much the basic setup of the wash plant, which will do everything for you and sort and sell. So it doesn't need to be a crazy big wash plant. You can multiply this setup and make it just even bigger, or you can run it the same. You don't really need to do anything too crazy. This thing will run. It can barely keep up with all of our stuff. We would need to do another setup next to it, have them alternate dumping into either or. That way we can break up the amount that's being processed, right? So, but that's okay. We're okay. We're not in a hurry here. We're not trying to like meta mine or anything like that. We're just mining for fun. But we also see, so in this save, what we're doing is we're saving all of our material because we're running off company funds. So we're going to start keeping storage containers full of our materials and like diamonds, rubies, and things like that have came out of the cut so far. Gold, it's not a lot because here, let me show you. These darker areas are actually just dirt, and well, dirt doesn't really sell for much. It doesn't contain anything else. And the lighter spots are our pay veins, as well as the darker spots are coal. So you can see the drill results were not like this when we were up top. The drill results showed 90% of this surface area was all this pay dirt. As we went down, we started getting into, well, junky material. So the thing is we got to push through the junky material and keep mining. So at the end of the pit, we'll see how much this thing produced, and obviously we're in the profit because we're making profit just selling the dirt, right? So not let alone everything else. So I'm gonna go up here, restroom here, start the next stream. You guys watch and have these guys chat with you.
You guys got about like 10 minutes, so you guys got to start wrapping it up.
Let them dig for a little bit. I need to use the restroom. We can stay a little bit past time, but I need to use the restroom. So I'm going to let these guys chat and dig, and I'll give you guys a better camera angle here. And these guys can run some more pay for a little bit, and I'll be RB in like 10 minutes. Well, less than 10. So.
Don't fall in.
Oh, I am. If you could answer some of those questions, Grumpy, about the wash plant and the dirt and stuff like that, it'd be good for me.
Damien, I will be scooting over soon because I'm digging my own hole here.
Yep.
It will be a miracle if I can get out of here, though.
You can do it.
One bet that it will be not happening.
You can do it.
I'm already a little tipsy, so maybe not.
Had to spin those tracks.
spin the tracks at the same time as the counterweight.
There we go. I need to drink more. Way too easy.
One thing I think they've changed, I know that they've changed, is the amount of gold you can process at one time, and that'll it keeps. I think it helps keep you from having to feel like you have to have so many smelteries running to get the
Yeah.
gold
That's
out.
definitely a really good change.
Sorry, I was muted.
You're good. We're here to that time.
Yeah, no, you can overload the wash plants. We probably have. I wouldn't doubt there's not 12 hours of washing time left in that plant, maybe.
Sorry, Grumpy, I didn't mean to jump out of that.
Oh, you're fine. Just trying to clean that floor up there a little bit for the trucks. Does distance make a difference for the smelters? It seems to, but it still seems like it affects people pretty bad. It seems, but once you kind of get back in, well, a lot of people used to say that you could wall them off and they wouldn't affect you as bad, but we didn't find that to be the case. So just being in the, I think the render distance of them is enough to cause the problem.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. What do we
Welcome
miss? What do I need to fill in here?
Someone subscribed.
Someone subscribed?
Hmm?
Claus subscribed. Thank you much for that. That dude? I was saying if you went over the wash plant. You missed a lot? I probably did. Can you overload the system? Yes, you can. Yes. It just backs up and stays backed up.
Yeah, Grumpy already went to that part.
Okay, awesome.
To expand on that, would it ever be reasonable to make it where it couldn't take more dirt?
I mean, it would be nice if the hopper had a limit that it could take, and if you put more in it, then it would overflow. I mean, it probably should be that way, but I don't know if people would like it that way. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think a lot will be complaining like, oh, I can't infinite dump anymore.
well, there's a lot of people that play this game like super unrealistic, right? So, and that's the problem is Christian gave people a lot of ways to play the game unrealistically. And now that I think there's more people that play the game unrealistically than they do realistic. And so now if he takes anything away, he'll have a lot of the player base complaining. Like driving on top of belts, dumping on belts, belt mining, like all those things are super unrealistic. But if he takes them away, torched.
Be interesting to see what he comes up with the new production stuff.
Well, yeah, Shady's as well. Exactly. Mining with a loader, right? So typically you would never mine with a loader unless it was blasted material. So, right? So, I mean, it's as one thing you would never really, and most people don't understand that. You generally don't mine with a loader, especially on a wall face. It's just going to beat it up, especially if it's compacted material. But if it's blasted material, that's different. You would see loaders loading, but for the most part, it's always an excavator digging because that's what they're meant for. They have, you know, loaders aren't meant to be taking that type of impact. Yeah, well, exactly. It is sketchy. I agree.
What'll be interesting is when they add the new drills, if we get blast drilling like some people are wanting, it'll make it much more realistic to blast drill the face and then you have the loaders come in.
I got kitty aggro.
Hey, no problem, Patriot. No problem at all, man. Like I said, I will be coming out with a whole new tutorial. Yeah, I'll be coming out with a whole new tutorial set in 2025. We just gotta let the game get a bunch of more updates. I hate making a video, then it's out of date literally the next day. So I'm just waiting to do all my new tutorials for Out of War. So if you have any questions, like I said, just come on into chat and I'll try to give you the best to-date explanation of what you should be doing. Any questions, this don't matter at all. Just come on in, say hello, say howdy. Man, we trucked that out of there quickly. I sent myself a clip with that 60-second explanation. Right on, man. You can throw it in my Discord as well too, dude, if you want. Hey, we got digging going on, and we did pretty well over here. It looks like this side's got a nice little crest. What I'm hoping, Grumpy, is that as we get down deeper, I don't think that this giant circle is going to disappear anytime soon. I think that's a massive.
Doesn't look like it.
It's just what it is. I mean, we couldn't really. Swedish Chef tutorial series.
Like the circle is kind of getting smaller, to be honest.
It is getting smaller as we go down each layer, but it's going to take us 40. It's going to take us 40 layers to get down there. Yeah, oh, there it is.
My efficiency in driving has diminished
Drill it?
quite a bit since I have a cat on my lap.
I'm going to come down and take a look. You can drive it over there, though, and then do a drill, and I'll just stare at it. Works for me. Like, the best thing to see would be is if the diameter changes by drilling on the corner here. And see how far, if it goes down, then all of a sudden it stops, then we know the circle, we're on the downside of the circle. And it's going to get smaller and smaller. So this might turn into something different. Good thing there's no fall damage. Well, Christian did troll me, man. I was testing and he forgot to tell me. Well, I think he did it on purpose. But I went to go make my video and I'm like, all right, today, guys, we're going to show you this new giant rock truck. And I jumped off of it and my character just went and just splatted and ragdolled into the ground. I was like, Christian, I can't move, dude. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, my character looks like a pile of Play-Doh. Like, what the hell, dude? Oh, so it doesn't change there. So it is dirt straight down like a cylinder. Oof. Oof.
Yuck. Oh, man.
Ouch. That's painful. It is what it is. Not every cut's gonna be great in all aspects, right? So it is what it is.
What if you're drilling a little bit more on the payload side?
Well, the
That
thing
was
is
pretty close, but-
this thing will go straight down, or it's gonna do like Grumpy was saying, like a sphere the other day. We tested it out. It seemed like there was a lot of spheres.
Well, that actually looks like it's angling back in towards the dirt. So let me get it at a different angle here. So it goes more straight down.
If we're gonna hit bedrock, it's gonna be somewhere over here. But the problem is, as we get further away from that mountain because it's sloped down, we may not hit a bedrock hole until ever. We may never. It might be like 80 meters deep here. We'll never hit it. That's one thing about this new map is these new maps is not kind of, I don't know. I'm still not a fan of them yet. I'm still not a fan of it because it's too sporadic, but it also breaks down the amount of pay that we're getting. If it's all paid out, you're going to make billions of dollars in gold, right? If it's all coal, then you're going to be getting way too much coal. And so putting these giant swirling spots of pay dirt in there, or just normal dirt, I guess is a way to break it up. But bedrock is really deep. I don't think he meant it to be that deep, but it's deep.
You want to try anyplace else, or?
I mean, it would be nice maybe punch a hole like right. Try it like one over here in the middle and see if it changes, or if it's just a massive. It's probably just a massive sphere. It's probably more than likely it is. All right, we'll get one more drill hole, guys, and then we're gonna jump over. Twitch, you will notice nothing will change, but YouTube, you will probably be redirected over to Farm Sim and back into an intro. So, we're gonna be jumping in and playing some Farm Sim. So thank you guys very much for coming in and playing with us. I think Dobie has got most of you guys. I think. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so
clear.
Dobie takes care of that, and he'll get you guys hooked up, and I'm gonna get ready to run the streams over. So here we will catch you guys over on the Farm Sim stream. We're gonna go play the rest of that for about another 3 hours, probably about 3 hours, and then I will be going to work. So go ahead and head on over there, guys, and get in the server, and everybody who came in and donated today, thank you guys very much. Who do we got here? Pad Lighter, we got Varus Upped, we got PMM, and we got Mr. Almighty with the gifted as well as all the new subscribers. Thank you guys very much, and as well as smashing that like button over here on YouTube. Appreciate that, dudes. Oh yeah. Don't forget true. Thank you much. That's one thing we can do here before I do that. And I gotta open a couple of things, so you guys got me for a second. Patriot as well, man. Thank you much for that follow, Ben. Go ahead and drop a save, and while we're doing that, I need to open up another one. It's not prepared today, apparently. Being unprepared today. I heard. Forgot to open up the other live stream window that is like, it says I'm waiting. It's like waiting for split. Duplicate stream key. Streaming. Okay. That's doing its thing. All right. Exit. All right. You guys are going to see, I'm going to go back to the starting screen, and then we'll be over on the other game here in a second. I got to close this down and everything like that. So you guys are awesome, dudes. We'll catch you on some farms, and we're just going to be chilling, hanging out, and running on Hutan and rocking that stuff out. So we'll be back probably tomorrow with some more Out of Aura. So if that's your thing, then Dash, stop. Just look at me. Stop it. Just look at me. Stop looking away, bro. Okay, whatever, guy. All right, dudes. We'll see you here in a second. Peace out. Much love. Catch you there in a sec. You guys can say goodbye, you know.
Bye-bye.
They already, Dopey stole everybody out of the chat already. What the? The Dopey just stole everybody out of the chat. We didn't even get a goodbye. Dopey just like stole everybody for Farm Sim already. I see how it is around here, Dopey.
Bye. They can hear you now.